right back, Charlie's definitely.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, bro.
There's always just that active and that defending, I think, is like. There's always just that active and that defending, I think, is like. There's always just that active and that defending, I think, is like. There's always just that active and that defending, I think, is like.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, bro. Come on.
Am I live? Of course I'm live. People deluded, I'm back again. We're 10 minutes away from kickoff where Crystal Palace against Manchester United is concerned. Us Arsenal fans, it's a bit of a scouting mission. I don't wish bad on anyone. He probably won't get a yellow, but allegedly Casemiro is walking a tightrope. So if he could get a yellow card today, it'd be great. Zaha, if you do Zaha things, it'd be amazing. If I had to bet money, I'm going with 2-0 Manchester United. I think Palace will give them a game. They just can't defend. I think it'll be more even than the Spurs first half against Crystal Palace, but I do think Palace will have them on the ropes and they'll purr here and there. But I think United will pick up 3 points. Ten Hag is doing good things. The team's picking up form, and yeah, man, it just makes for obviously a big one in relation to Arsenal against Manchester United on Sunday, which will also be doing a watch along. People, obviously, I'm tuned in once again. I'm back again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and in some cases, good night. I hope you and your loved ones, first and foremost, are in good health and appreciative of all the support you give my platform, and appreciate you lot tuned in today, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube. Make sure you're cross-following and following on all the other social media things and that. Smash the like button if you're on YouTube. Twitch gang, I'm pretty sure there must be some sort of voting. One of you would have done that. One love to whoever did that. Gamble responsibly. Again, it's fourth place, Manchester United. If they win, boy, they go all the way up to second, really and truly. Obviously, a game in hand. New Man City, they'll have a game in hand on. They've played one less game than Newcastle, and that sets up Manchester United perfectly. You know, God forbid if they picked up 6 points this week. So yeah, it is what it is, man. Come on, Palace, make it interesting. Palace shock incoming. Palace, that's a hype thing. Shout out Patrick Vieira and that, but it's a hype thing. The team's a bit stale. You know, obviously they got the geezers and the random. They can play football, but you need to do more than that. You need to be able to defend. I think they're gonna get ripped, man. I'm going with 2-0 Manchester United. Anthony to bag. And probably someone weird, like I don't know, Luke Shaw or Varane or Wan-Bissaka, someone that's not exactly likely to score. Saying that, they're playing their new boy up front. He might just bag. Wants and needs Palace to win, want United to lose, Man U to hold that L. The people are screaming, bro, Crystal Palace. Nothing good comes out of South London, innit? It's not a fixture that anyone wants to play. As I keep saying, I'm so happy that Arsenal got Crystal Palace out of the way. There's plenty of away grounds you don't want to go to. For me, anyways, as an Arsenal fan, I know we won there against Crystal Palace and we won against Crystal Palace. We won at Brighton. They're not nice places to go. Old Trafford and St. Mary's also, we let ourselves down, but excluding the top six, you don't want to go to Crystal Palace. You don't really want to go Brentford away. You don't want to go Leeds. You know, you don't want to go. There's several away grounds you don't really want to go to. Leeds scares me the most. And I think that was when I saw, okay, there's a new mentality with Arsenal. You don't want to go to half of these away games, especially when you're a top six side. You know, there's almost that if United win, it's not selling too many headlines. If they lose, it is what it is. Palace have lost 4 of their last 5 Premier League games. Manchester United have won their last 5 and last 9 when you encounter all competitions. So Palace are in a bit of a barren run. Again, I'm not a Palace fan, so I'm not privy to all the info and that. But you must have to imagine that there's some sort of direct or indirect pressure on Patrick Vieira and his men. Palace have won 12 points from losing positions this season. So from start to finish, United are going to have to be perfect. One love for subscribing, my guy. Big up DG repping the ends today. Come on, Palace. Bro, nothing good comes out of South London. It's not, and that, what's that, like Fulton Heath? That's near Craden and that. As an ignorant North Londoner. Nothing. You don't want to go to South London on the best of days, much less to pick up 3 points. Nothing good comes out of South, man. That's why Arsenal kept it moving. Really and truly. See, one of you probably just banged some sort of black magic on me, made me cough and that. Crazy kids. Appreciative to you lot tuned in. One love for sharing the Palace bench and whatnot. I'm too stubborn for FPL. I'll keep a meaty playing my FPL to try justify my decision. But hey, you got to do less of what doesn't work and more of what does work. You can see the lineups to the left and right of myself, people. You've got Guaita, Klein, Richards, Gurhey, Mitchell, Decore, Hughes, Mateta, Olise, Edouard, and Zaha for the home team. And that's the starting 11, obviously, for Crystal Palace. For the visitors, Manchester United, De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Varane and Martinez, Luke Shaw, Ericsson, Casemiro, Fernandes, Anthony Weghorst, and obviously Marcus Rashford. Away from this game, our watch along for Manchester City against Tottenham Hotspur as well. So make sure you're there for that one. Olise hasn't improved like I thought he would in the last years. People gassing him. Talented player, very talented player with a world of potential. I'm sure everybody would want him. But one, people need to take time. And two, it's not that he's not good, but people are moving like he's the guy. He's not the guy right now. You know, Palace rely on him, but they don't rely on him in the way that historically they've relied on Zaha, etc., etc. Arsenal have relied on Bukayo Saka or Man United and whoever and whatever club and whatever. Come on, Vieira, end the bad form. Inshallah, my guy. But Olise is a wavy player, and they bought him for what, 8 million. They're gonna make a pretty penny on that when the time comes. I'm sure everyone will take him, but I'm sure with him, everyone's just waiting for that. Not just the odd game where you've been, not that he just plays good once in a while, but not that one game where you think, wow, like consistently to the point where, obviously, I'm not comparing him to Kevin De Bruyne, but if Kevin De Bruyne does a mad pass, you're not necessarily shocked by that. It comes with the territory. Do you know what formation United are going for? Heard Shaw was playing centre-back. Looks like he'll be at left-back unless Lisandro Martinez is having a change at heart. I think it's a 4 at the back thing with more, you know, standard players. Credit where due, you have to give Ten Hag his props. First things first, it's about results. A club like Man United should be challenging for the title. He's been picking up results. Players are looking better, defending a bit better. Just all the things that you want to see in a manager, he's doing in short with Ten Hag, really. And United are, you can't say Newcastle and Arsenal allegedly, because I don't check the league table, are in a title challenge, and not Man United, especially if, God forbid, because they're playing us on Sunday, they pick up 6 points. Can't lie, the only thing that bangs is Morley's. Even that's got Utes outside doing up Hell's Kitchen. Ten Hag's beating the alligator. Bro, Ten Hag's a 30 gaffer. Unfortunately, the Man United are not rubbed no more. Shout out South. Shout the Southside darlings. I definitely got nothing but love for you, look. But it's all entertainment, man. It's only because it's like I'm a fisherman. I mentioned South London, and none of you, if you lot just did not reply, I wouldn't say anything. But you lot can't help it. It's you lot's personality trait. One of my good friends is 6 foot odd from South London. You know, them 6 foot plus brothers, they put it in their Insta bio. So you can only imagine. South London is always going to tell you they're from South. Always. That would be the first thing. Before they tell you their name, like, I'm from South. You know, oh my God. Gigs and that. Crazy. Move to South. No, I like my life, man. No, I'm joking. Gentrification is probably easier these times. Kickoff is imminent, folks. Crystal Palace, the home side, will kick off. Smash the like button if you're on YouTube. Keep doing what you're doing if you're on Twitch. Appreciative to you lot tuned in and everyone that's been supporting this live stream and also my live streams and content in general. Obviously, I've brought out 2 Arsenal transfer videos on my channel. For those of you that follow my FM stuff on Twitch, we played for like 2 hours and a bit. So yeah, it's been a good day, man. And I've been under the weather, but we make no excuses. We get things done out here. Crystal Palace will kick off. Edouard is in the center circle, and there we have kickoff, people. It's Crystal Palace against Man United. It's Premier League football under the lights and that. It's crazy. 10 seconds in, Nathaniel Klein. Every time I see Klein, it's like, right, you're still kicking ball. You went missing for time, and now you're back at Palace. Where did you go? I need to see what was going on, because I swear you stopped kicking ball for a time. You was gone for years. And you're still only 31. You was gone for a minute. You went Liverpool. To be honest, alright, you've been at Palace since 2020. Probably when you went Liverpool, I forgot you was a player. I can't lie. AC Milan getting put in a blender by Edin Dzeko. Leao's looking a bit suspect. I can't lie. Klein's been struggling with injuries. Big up DG. Which channel is it on, anyone? It is on Sky Sports. Sky Sports 1/Sky Sports main event. United could be in here. No, they can't. Crystal Palace have kind of half cleared their lines. Bandulu from Wan-Bissaka. This is the Wan-Bissaka derby. Mateta can't keep it under control. Will Hughes. Like I said, Crystal Palace got the right blend of the geezers and the Mandem. Weghorst. Obviously, he's not a glamorous name. I'm sure United will sign a quote-unquote more glamorous striker. But in terms of the profile, especially away from home in a game like this where you might just need to knock it into your front man and let him hold up the play, he's something different from the Rashfords, the Martials, or anyone they'll play up front. Anthony. Bruno. Anthony gets it back. Anthony does well, really. Wan-Bissaka's also done well. Throw into Man United on his left-hand side. Swear. Klein actually got done for food. Right. Nah, man. South is not South no more. Gentrification messed it up. Like everywhere. Hackney as well. Will Hughes. Dodgy touch. Clears it. Varane flicks it back in. Klein heads it. Olise. Poor from Olise. Eriksen picks it up. You don't want to do that, especially someone like Christian Eriksen. You mess about, boy. It's in the back of the net before you even clock what's going on. Lisandro Martinez, what's the signing he's been? Or every game he plays, he's just sticking 2 middle fingers up at Jamie Carragher. Criticised his height and all that BS. And I guess it's a legitimate claim, but I mean, he's South American. Them and there, it doesn't matter about the height. They can play ball. Not being funny, but we see, Mascherano play centre half and all these things. And you can have all the, and you've seen Cannavaro for the Italians. And even if you believe he flopped, it's like, they didn't even give Donny a chance before he even kicked the ball for United. It's when comments like that come out, I just think Sky Sports tell these lot to say these things. And I say that because I've even in my little YouTube career, I've been in scenarios where off camera, people believe one thing. When the camera's about to go on, they're saying that I'm going to say this and that. It's all WWE, man. Come on, Crystal Palace. I'm a Crystal Palace fan until they can see this. A myth. Weghorst, I mean, it's not a glamorous signing, but it's I'm more, if I was United fan, it's more the profile, innit? They haven't got a traditional number 9 at the club like that. They've obviously got the Martials, the Rashfords. It's probably the next one I'm forgetting about, guys that can play up front, but he knows how to place. Then again, Edouard could be in here. No, he can't, because Luke Shaw's done well. Casemiro's mocked up the seconds. Marcus Rashford, Bruno, encouraging phase of play. Eriksen gives it back to Bruno. That's a good knock. There's not too many shirts forward by Man United. It was a good move. It's cut out by Palace. Decent tempo so far, people. Mateta chasing his first touch. De Gea. Lisandro Martinez. United have had the bulk of possession. Not really anything to talk on. He's starting Weghorst to warm the team up to him before the Arsenal game, probably, but I don't know if he'll start against Arsenal. I just think it's Palace away. Sometimes a 6-foot+ target, man, he can get you further up the field, didn't it? That's kind of what I would love a Giroud sort at Arsenal. I don't know for Weghorst's general play, but Giroud, a guy like Giroud would be perfect for my club. Bruno Fernandes back to the spam crosses. He wins the header. Palace back in possession. Mateta looks like a new man with the ball head. Casemiro finds Anthony. Wan-Bissaka. This right-hand side a bit smelly for Man United still. Palace aren't good enough, to be honest. We don't have a 9 as well. Could do with Thuram or something like that. He's not a 30 striker, though. I can't lie. I don't really rate Thuram. I'll hold my hands up if he does lit stuff, but he's not a striker like that. He's one of them, for me as an ignorant guy that's not watching Gladbach all the time. He can play everywhere. Obviously, you're strong, you're direct, pace and power settings, technical ability. Listen, you've been called up to the France squad, so I think it's there reasonably, but pardon me, it's a bit meaty, really. 5 minutes in, 0-0. Big fan of Eze, my guy. Bring him to the carpet. Think he can better that he can be. I think you mean better than Rice. 2 different calibers of players. I think Eze, I need to see higher consistency. And he plays within himself quite a lot. 2 very different sorts of players. The only thing that would obviously mess Rice up for Arsenal is the price tag. Rashford stopped by Will Hughes. FM legend. Crystal Palace in possession. Olise. Decore, good little passage of play. Edouard, poor pass, really. Varane will mop that up. Have I spoken too soon? Mateta giving chase. Varane's giving it straight back to Palace, to be fair. Zaha can't keep it under control. Gets it back. Casemiro gives it straight back to him. Finds Klein. Olise. Zaha. Olise just about gets it back. Olise, that was poor. You bottled that as well. Man United back in possession. Eriksen. Poor passage of play from both teams here. United have somehow got out of that. Casemiro. Bruno. Poor, man. What's going on? Both teams giving away. Again, just there. Like, both teams winning it back, giving it away very cheaply. Luke Shaw. Again, what's going on from both teams? Will Hughes, how long are Palace going to hold on to this? Scrappy so far. Will Zaha on this left-hand side. Zaha. Will Hughes. Zaha. Bandulus. Tariq Mitchell gets a ball into the box. It's terrible. I don't know what Bruno was doing. He's kind of lucky Olise's lost his footing. And United get out of that. We aren't signing anyone, in my opinion. Rashford, can he score 20 Premier League goals? He's got the capacity to. Plays enough games. Whether he does is another thing. Thuram's younger brother is Cole still. Yeah, the midfielder, he's better than him. We don't have a 9 as well. Sorry, I already saw that. DG, you think we can challenge for the league? Yeah, United, bro. Mathematically, you're there, innit? So, if you pick up 6 points in this week, it's great. Rashford could be in here. He's got a lot to do, but Rashford's in here for Man United. Marcus Rashford. Step overs. He killed the angles, but it's not dead yet. It is. Rashford needs to do better there. Someone of his quality. Kind of like he's caught in two minds, and it's here with Crystal Palace's Olise. If you haven't smashed that like, you know exactly what to do, folks. Olise, Guita, anyone, once you got Guita in goal, you've got the opposition has half a chance. Mateta loses out to Lisandro Martinez. I mean, Lisandro Martinez did push him in his back. Man are saying you lot are going for Victor Osimhen. Don't really believe it. 100-odd million quid where you could argue that, that's probably going to be in the summer where you could argue that right wing, left, just say wing, centre mid are bigger priorities where you spend the bag. If Arsenal do get Champions League football, then you need to bring in some of these sort of guys. But if they are saying 125 million euros, which Napoli are notoriously difficult, I'd rather try and buy, if you were to commit that, I'd rather try and buy the Georgian lad there. But 100-odd million for Osimhen. Let's just humour me, whether these things happen or not. 100-odd million for Osimhen. They're saying 80-odd million for Declan Rice, assuming based on links. You're touching almost 200 million, excluding any other area Mikel Arteta wants. If you can get Telemans and Ivan and Ndika and these guys on free transfers, then fair enough. But assuming that you can't, whatever much for a centre mid, that's going to raise the curtain. I personally think Arteta wants a centre mid, a centre back as well. Obviously, I do think a right back as well, man. What you saying? Don't tempt me, man. If it could happen, it could. But he just signed a new deal at PSG and he's starting to scratch the surface where first team minutes are concerned. Would love the guy, but myth. Casemiro, they tell you don't play across your area and he's got out of jail there because of Bruno Fernandes. What the hell was that? Luke Shaw, workhorse. And that's what he's going to give you, Bruno Fernandes. There's not enough committed United shirts and, Bruno isn't the most rapid. It's a good attempt. Guita's fumbled. See what I mean about this Guita, lad? Crystal Palace have not dealt with that. They're lucky Zaha's there. And that weren't the best of balls by Bruno. It was a good passage of play. See what I mean about Guita? City, Arsenal, and who else? That's not 3 goals. Huh? What? I don't get that one still. Nottingham Forest in advanced negotiations to sign Chris Wood. Yeah, that's his level, man. If Newcastle want to keep doing what they did, they need a target man with a bit more drip. And as I said, that's what Workhorse gives you. As I said, you knock it into him, give and go. He's a player that them sort of guys, obviously Giroud's got tech, but these sort of guys, that game's not really based on pace and they're a hold-up, man. All the short, smaller, more diminutive, technical sort of players, you want to play with him because you're more likely to, get 1-2s and that. Edouard in possession for Palace. Could have banged it, didn't. Zaha, don't know what he was doing, didn't bang. He's still here with Crystal Palace and Will Hughes. 10 minutes in, it's been an okay half, but neither team's really tested the keeper so far. Hopefully that changes for us neutrals. Edouard, Hughes, poor from him, really. Anthony, been a bit quiet. But there's not enough shirts forward for Man United. Obviously, in the second half, when people start to get tired and bodies stop getting back in their positions, then cool. But yeah, flag has stayed down. United could be in here. If Rashford is on... Okay, the flag bus case. Rashford needs to do better there. He could have held his run. But regardless, Rashford should be putting it in the back of the net there. The flag was delayed. Would he have been onside? Nah, he's miles offside. But still. Think we'll sign anyone this window by God's grace. But honestly, don't know, man. Time is ticking, bro. There's still a lot of time in the market, but there's still not a lot of time in the market. It's the 18th of Jan. So hopefully things are going on in the back burners. If not, it is what it is, isn't it, really? Keep your opinions and such coming. Crystal Palace's Decore. I don't know. The idea was right. The quality on the pass was not. He's tried to thump that into Mateta. You obviously couldn't take that in his stride and ask a question of De Gea and Manchester United's defense for Varane. Wan-Bissaka. It's the Wan-Bissaka / Wilf Zaha derby here today. Zaha, you know what I mean? Wan-Bissaka, who obviously was linked with a return back to Crystal Palace in the summer. For whatever reason, that did not happen. And because of an injury to the lot, he finds himself with a new lease of life in the Manchester United team. Lay down a marker. Show Ten Hag if he's thinking about bringing in another right back, he can save some quid. And for United, they spent 50 million on him. If they can get tune out of you, then won't quite say money well spent, but money well spent. You think Zaha will be at Palace next season? No. But it's a question he asks himself. Like, obviously, you're a legend at Palace. They love you. They adore you. You're playing week in, week out. The grass isn't always green on the other side. But he's 30. At some point, you're going to be 34, 35, and there's going to be other younger players, and you're going to slowly get alienated. So what I would say to Zaha, if there's any feeling in his heart or in his head, that burning desire to try a new experience, you owe it to yourself to do it, innit? Obviously, the United move didn't work out, but a football career is filled with adventure. You don't want to have any regrets. You don't want to think, what if I got that move? What if I did this? So if there's any of that, needs to keep it moving. Olise has won a corner. Man said corner, throw-in, apologies, on this right-hand side for Crystal Palace. Zaha's a gooner, bring him to the carpet. Who would you play right and left back against United, DG? I don't think you can drop Zinchenko, and I don't think you can drop Benjamin White. But I would like Tomiyasu, like based on obviously Anthony isn't easy. Well, he is dangerous. He helped United get 3 points against us. He's not as dangerous as Salah, so I don't quite think he's going to go for Tomiyasu left back. But in games against the top six, that gives me a lot of confidence. But at the same time, the best defense is offense. Arsenal have been a lot more brave, right? A lot more quality on possession, been on the front foot and the more dominant team in possession a lot of the times this season. And obviously, what Zinchenko may lack defensively, done very well aerially and all those things against Spurs. But there were some times watching the game again on reflection where he's kind of gone to sleep. You know, Zinchenko isn't going to be the best of defenders, but he's going to give you a hell of a lot more playing left back. And as much as I'm a fan of Kieran Tierney, for example, once you get a taste of what Zinchenko brings to that role, it's very difficult to go back. Speaking of fullbacks, Klein's in possession here. Plays it to this right-hand side for Olise. Olise tries to put a ball in. It's not the worst. Goal kick, however. Jesus has over 10 contributions while being injured for months this season, and Jesus has 5 goals this season in the Prem. Not like £100 million Anthony. I like Anthony, man. With Anthony, he just needs to know, cool, do your skills, but fundamentally, you've got to be a decisive winger. There's no point doing skills if you're not going to get a goal and assist or hurt the opposition. But even Anthony, he's a baby in footballing terms. Like, I swear he's like a year older than Martinelli. 22. And obviously, the things that you might be able to get away with in the Eredivisie or at Ajax, respectfully, you're not going to be able to run in the Premier League or under 10 really. When I just look at his career appearances, 15 appearances for Brazil, fair enough. You got to remember, Anthony's a baby, man. Like, he's played 82 times. He's barely touching 100 appearances in total. Well, just over that in Europe, just over 100, or more or less touching 100. He's played 18 times for Ajax, 17 times for Man United so far, maybe even 18 if this website hasn't updated. And obviously they're playing right now. Smash the like button. For Sao Paulo, 37 times. If you look at, cool, in the Brazilian league, 32 times. In the Eredivisie, 57 appearances, 9 currently in the Premier League. Bro, he's a baby. He's going to do stupid things and be inexperienced. Poor clearance by Tyreek Mitchell's falling to Weghorst. Plays it off to Casemiro. Casemiro plays it to Eriksen. Surely Eriksen fancies a shot. Can't fashion it. Does great to find Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw stands it up. Where is Weghorst? That's what you're in the team for. So avoided him. Casemiro keeps it alive. Anthony Bandulu really to Wan-Bissaka. It's a decent knock into the box by Wan-Bissaka. It's falling to Shaw. Eee! Shawberto Carlos trying to live up to his name. He's called it on the half volley, but it ain't gone in. Palace dodgy defensively, man. Very dodgy defensively. Enjoying the commentary, brother. Hit the likes, chat. Appreciate that inner circle. Appreciate your support, man. Anthony has a lot of ability. He just needs to work on his footballing IQ. Don't see that happening, though. Yeah, man. Bro keeps getting proved wrong, so just comes up with another weird stat. Jesus scored in the North London derby. Anthony hasn't scored in no derby. What did I say? Oh, that must be something you lot doing in the chat, man. He's Brazilian, man. I'm a fan of Brazilian football. Mateta. Dodgy touch. No, ref. Lissandro's not hurt there. Ref, he's capping. Ref, Lissandro's capping. Tough, not like you. Argentinian, tough done. When we're saying that, there must be something. His eye looks a bit swollen. Oh, my bad. Oh, there's blood in that. Hey, my bad, bro. You said, what do you mean nothing's wrong with him, man? He's car. Bro, you not seen the blood? It's an accident. Obviously, Martinez like 5'8". My man's like 6 foot odd. I don't think Mateta meant that, but he's accidentally caught him with his elbow. I don't know if that's hit him in his mouth, in his eye, in his nose. But as I was saying, Lisandro Martinez, tough as old boots. That probably gives you cause for concerns. Hey, McLaren, what are you doing with your finger there? Why for that? What that? Ten Hag got the notebook out and the pen out. And he scored in the Manchester derby. Good effort by Shaw, not on target though. Hopefully, Lisandro's all right. As I said, I don't know if he got caught in his head, if he got caught in his nose, if he got caught in his mouth, but blood came from somewhere. He's going to have to change his shirt. Lindelof and Maguire taking it as an opportunity to show the gaffer, yo, I'm a centre-back. I'm on the bench. You can bring me on if anything. Bro, Varane's a certified defender, bro. Saliba at 21 years of age. There's no shame in getting benched for Varane. Varane's been an extremely experienced individual. I think TP5 is such a unique six because unlike Casemiro, Rodri or Rice, he's a box-to-box player. This makes his athleticism through the roof. He closes space down, tackles or intercepts so quickly. I can't lie. Out of Casemiro, Rodri and Partey, I think they could all arguably be the best. If you ask which one I'd prefer, it'd probably be Rodri because of what I would want as a gaffer. Casemiro is Casemiro. I think Partey's got a bit more on the ball than Casemiro, but Casemiro makes up with it. Casemiro's not far from him technically, but Casemiro it's Casemiro, isn't it? If you've been watching football, a bit like Varane, it's Casemiro, isn't it? Ten Hag in deep instructions with Anthony. Appreciative for you lot's talking points, watching the game with me and all of that stuff. We've got 51 likes on YouTube, people. There's over 100 of you tuned in. Come on, we can definitely do better in that regard. And you're pretty sure you just saw me post something. Play to recommence in just a second, folks. Stop the F3, you're a coach. Go out there and be one. Martel, what? CS, I'm happy that you're happy that we're doing this. Fred has said, hey, man, what do you think about Nico Williams? I heard that Arsenal made a bid of 43 million. He's all right. Not too much other than to say good technically, all right. Like what I expect from a guy playing in La Liga, innit? Not necessarily moved by him yet. I'm sure he is a good player in that. But yeah, Weghorst and Bruno in deep discussions. Appreciative to you lot tuned in. Zanolio, Link Smith. Lisandro coming on. It looks like a head injury. Bro, an Arsenal ladies player went on loan to Spurs. Crazy. Crystal Palace back in possession. Klein. Lisandro Martinez thankfully back on the pitch. It's going to hurt in the morning, but you all right, man. Gurhi. Can't lie, he's overrated, man. He's good, but they gas it. Wan-Bissaka beat Zaha to it. Wan-Bissaka in possession. Bruno Fernandes, Wan-Bissaka, Casemiro. Good passage of play by Man United. That's something that's been a lot better under Ten Hag. Anthony, poor really. He could have played it to Weghorst and made a run off the ball and got it back. Instead, he slowed it down. I guess United still have possession, but both teams are a bit reluctant to commit bodies forward. Big up DG from Brazil. Shout out my Brazilians, Brasilchillo. It always amazes me when you lot tune in. First goal is everything for this game. Palace defense looks shaky to start. That's been Palace's problem all season. They can give you a game. They can score goals. They'll fight until the end. But, yeah, I think that's a soft free kick to give Man United and Bruno. I mean, it's annoying, but I do like Bruno's ability to do that sort of stuff. Can't lie, it's a foul still. I stand corrected, ref. That's a good call. Still 0-0 here, folks. Lissandro Martinez, Anderson or Ndika? I'd rather Ndika. I like Anderson though. Why is he not here today? Casemiro, sure, gets out of there and finds Varane. I would say for Man United, I think the centre backs not gamble but offer a bit more on the ball. So that's just so that their attacking players could probably stay a bit more in areas that are gonna where they can receive it and harm Palace just that bit better. Because even though United haven't necessarily done that, Palace look a bit shaky. Marcus Rashford showed too much of it to Will Hughes. Will Hughes says, thank you for that. Very cultured midfielder. Terrible, though. You can do all of that. You need to pick out a man. If you think he forgot what shirts he's passing to, and give it straight back to Man United. United making a meal of this. And Mateta could be in here. Thank the Lord for Varane, eh? Finds De Gea. Both teams kind of messing about with their 5-yard passes. Needs to be a lot more crisper. Need to take care of possession a lot more. Whichever team concedes the first goal, they've only got themselves to blame. Not that either team's goalies have had much to do, especially De Gea. Casemiro to Anthony. Mitchell's done well there. Anthony, oh, keeper, you better get in goal, mate. You are lucky, man. This Guita brother is going to cost Palace. So ball over the top from Casemiro. Finds his fellow Brazilian in Anthony. It's a good battle by Mitchell. He's made a meal of it. Anthony's half got something on it. Guita's not in the right area. Had he hit the target, he would have dinked it over the keeper still. And it's like he's seen it and he's tried to. Guita is going to cost Crystal Palace today. Not that his defense looks any more confident. Mitchell, another overrated done. Long searching ball. I mean, United must have been briefed on that, specifically their centre-backs. For the beat, Varane, Martinez, that they're just going to knock balls into the channels. Eduard Mateta haven't had a sniff. Luke Shaw. Lissandro Martinez. Would rather Ndika for long term, but for experience, Anderson is good. I hear that. Varane into the channels. United still in possession. Still nothing. This game needs a goal. Well, go on, mate. I think we're all rooting for Palace until they concede the first one. Wan-Bissaka, refs plays advantage. Casemiro, you'd have to wonder where the advantage was really, but Palace will say thank you for that. I think United were better off just taking the free kick there. Throw into Crystal Palace. Surely Weghorst gets a debut goal. Scrappy game, man. A typical Premier League game in many regards. De Gea. De Gea. The way the market has been inflated by the likes of Chelsea and United is going to be interesting. I mean, they have spent big historically, but every Premier League team has played their part. I mean, indirectly, the riches of the Premier League, the TV rights, obviously Premier League teams in British culture or British Premier League culture, the way to fix everything is just to spend money. You spend bread trying to buy in players, which you obviously have to do, spend more. Other teams in Europe, you know, they kind of have to work with what, not that they don't spend money, but they have to kind of work with certain things. They can't afford to be as reckless. You know, we can't sit here and just say, them, Everton spent 50 million on Sigurdsson. You know, Arsenal somehow committed to 70 million on Pepe in terms of all variables. There's therefore been a lot of inflation by Premier League teams. Chelsea, obviously, played a key part in that. Will Hughes, been very busy. His passing has been terrible today. Back to Luke Shaw. He'll say thank you for that. Christian Eriksen, 25 minutes in. Saw on Twitter we're linked with Limstrom. Would you take him, DJ? I mean, it's better than nothing, but It's just the links are going full circle again, really. And I mean, Crystal Palace look shaky. There you see between Richards and Guita, neither player taking control over that situation. It looked like Richards wanted his keeper to do it. Mitchell and Anthony and Verbal. I bang him. Yes, Verbals. I cuss your mum, bang him, man. I spy at you, man. Bang him. And bags. Come on, ref. Come on, man. Ref, we're all grown men here. Come on, it's a bit argy-bargy, ref. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. You lot, put your dickies back in your panties and shut up. What happened there? I have no clue what happened there, but hey. Ref, let them fight, man. If you don't want to fight, man. You don't want to get active. It's all blessed. It's all blessed. What actually happened, though? I don't know. Why is that? I don't know. I don't know what Anthony's on. I don't know what anyone's on, but fight makes it a bit more steamy. Anthony's done very well to find Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka, decent knock-in, met by Gurhi. Olise wins the flick on. And Palace kind of half clear their lines. No, I'm lying. Klein's got some defending to do. Takes a touch. Poor, really. United have a throw in deep in Crystal Palace's half. Big up DG. Been a minute, bro. Blessings for the new year. Right back at you. Happy to have you there. DG, the original villain. So much joy from scrapping. Who? Me? No. What's football without the handbags, man? Come on. Can't wait till Sunday. Big up Wrongans. Seeing Jota comes from Celtic, rate him. He was lacking a bit physically, but very good technically and becoming quite decisive for them. Long ball forward by Varane. Asking a lot, really. Klein's won the header. Zaha on this right-hand side up against Rashford. Don't know what Zaha's doing there. It's Bandulu, but he's found Olise. Olise's touch is Buki. Decore's punched it forward, but it's not to a Palace shirt. I mean, Palace not doing nothing in the final third. Neither team really is, but United look, in my opinion, United look the more likely to score. $30 more likes when we got 100 people. If you haven't hit the like button on YouTube, make sure you do such. United have had 3 shots. None have been on target. Palace have had no shots, none on target. Palace have had 5 touches in Man United's box. Man United have had 6 in theirs. It's 39% of Palace's to 61% of United. So can't really be surprised that a goal hasn't happened. But it might change. Anthony. See, that's the thing. Letting down Anthony. You don't play with your head up enough. And again, Bruno's actually right for shouting at you. Get your head up, mate. I want to see more of the handbags. I love that from Mitchell. You want to shoulder toss his ass to the ground? Yeah, bro. Varane. I don't think Varane had to hook that first time. He's giving it to Decore. Casemiro. Tries to find Anthony again. Richards, Bandulu, Dons, man. Who are these guys, Palace? You lot might as well bag Maguire. You look a lot better at Palace, man, where the defending's a bit more basic. You don't really have to be that good on the ball. If you need a right back, we got that Cedric Suarez. Ex-Portuguese international, the best Portuguese right back in the league. Just unfortunate that he's got Benjamin White and Tommy Asu. You might as well buy him. Get Milinkovic, Savic, Rice, Gundogan in the summer, stack the midfield for Champions League and sell Lokonga on NA. You're living a movie, my guy. I'd be lucky to get one. Apparently, Gundogan's linked with a free transfer to Barcelona, but anyone could do that. You want a real challenge? Come and rebuild the thing. In fact, on a serious note, it's not that I wouldn't listen to Arsenal's project, but you're Gundogan, innit? You've won everything. You're like 31. You might as well go Bayern Munich or Barca or Madrid, one of them sort of clubs there. At 31, you know, if it takes Arsenal 3 years to really become the side we want, that's great for the Sakas, the Martinellis, etc. If you're him, you're 34. Days might be done. Anthony's calling Bruno in Portuguese. You got to do that. 15 minutes until half time. Time is flying. Oi, workhorse over the bar. That's something that if United play workhorse against Arsenal on Sunday, I'm wary of. Because if I'm them, Not that you're just crossing it all the time, but if I have one criticism of Gabriel and Saliba, it's, in fact, let me get the tactics board because it's not going to make sense. Quickly refresh that. Big up you lot tuned in. Smash the like button if you haven't. I keep thinking that Scott McTominay. If I had one criticism of Gabriel and Saliba, sometimes that, and this is just a makeshift example, it's quite different. But if you want to see what I mean, you can actually see that in Harry Kane's header where Ramsdale's made that save in the North London derby, or just watch the Liverpool game again, people, when I think it was the first goal, Diaz's run. Crystal Palace in possession. Wan-Bissaka kind of pussyfooted out of that. Wan-Bissaka somehow got it back. Bandulu dribbling, but he's done well. Can he pick out a man? That's terrible. But Rashford, Marcus feeds the kids. Can't feed his goal ratio for the season so far. Couldn't fashion a shot at Rashford. You're better than that, if I'm completely honest. But yeah, as I was saying with the example, I don't know why these guys are blue. If I have one criticism of Gabriel and Saliba, the two young centre-backs, more so Saliba than Gabriel, sometimes if the ball's over here, they're just worried about the ball. They're not necessarily watching the man. And that could be something to worry about. You standing between them, ball comes in the box, could be collapsed, or you pin up against one of them. Pardon me. Man divided, banter can run. Now just need Uncle Vieira to scumbag a dub. Big up yourself, eh? Glazer out. Wakehorse does well to hold it up. Might as well bang it, Casemiro. He does. Smacks. Will Hughes. Mateta. Horrible attempt. Can Zaha turn a terrible pass into a good one? Wolf Zaha. Ooh, silly foul to give away from Luke Shaw. Gets Crystal Palace further up the field. Wan-Bissaka versus Martinelli. Yeah. Don't know, man. Be a good battle, to be honest with you. If you're looking for action, you might be disappointed so far today, people. There hasn't been anything of note to really scream and shout about in that regards. We find ourselves 0-0. A goal would probably liven this up for us neutrals. Obviously, if you support Palace or Man United, I don't know where your feelings are regarding such. Keep your opinions, etc., flowing, people. Free kick as stated to Crystal Palace. Ball in. Mateta. To be honest, De Gea could have claimed that really and truly. Not convincing defending from Man United either. Rashford looking for a foul. That's poor from Richards and also poor from Rashford. Decore. Eriksen wins it back. Marcus Rashford. Wakehorse can't counter. Varane. Scrappy game in some stages, folks. Ball watching is a sin for defenders. And it's difficult, whether you're right back, centre back, Sunday League or Premier League. It's difficult to watch the man and the ball, but you have to kind of half do it, innit? Lisandro Martinez, good pass through the lines. Bruno, do you know what? When it left his foot, I thought it was going to be a mad thing. It wasn't. He tried to buy a lottery ticket. Unfortunately, he didn't win the lottery today. And it's gone quite wide, really and truly. Appreciative to you lot tuning in. Weghorst will cause a problem for both Gabriel and Saliba because he's tall and has good mobility. Yeah, but at the same time, the catch-22 of playing with them, obviously you've seen him drop deep a lot, but the catch-22 of playing with them big men is you can see them. They're going to stand in front of you. They might make the occasional run. It's very difficult to defend them guys that are going to drop deep, like not to say who's better than who, but them get like Gabriel Jesus. He's going to pull into the channels. You can't necessarily see him all the time. And you're stuck between, do you get tight? Do you follow him? Or do you keep, do you pass him over to a teammate? Or do you just let him do what he does and you govern your own area? Shout out Top Blue as well. Shout out all the regulars, mate. And the YouTube members, like Clement. Wan-Bissaka up against his former club. Wan-Bissaka delivers. It's not the best of deliveries. Bruno keeps it alive. Decore hooks clear. Palace need a striker in it, man. This is meaty. Like, not that they're giving it. Not that, bro, they could have Lionel Messi up front or Kylian Mbappe. He's not going to have nothing to do in it. They're not giving him a chance, but they're not offering anything. Bruno watched Elliott yesterday. Wan-Bissaka. Lisandro Martinez. 10 minutes left until the end of the first half, people. There'll probably be about 2 minutes added on. Lisandro Martinez bust his head. Marcus Rashford. How deep he is. Eriksen. Lissandro Martinez finds Varane. High line for Man United. Every Crystal Palace player in their own box. Well, home half better yet. No, I'm not going to be on Rancy's stream tomorrow still. Or no, I think I'm back next week. I need to check my schedule. Was I off for the next 2 weeks? I need to check my schedule. I think I'm back next week if I look at my diary. Wan-Bissaka. Varane. Weghorst. Anthony. First time. Good challenge on Casemiro by Gerhi there. He mistimes that. It's a mad thing. Decore tries to set Zaha. Zaha, who's kind of gone on this right-hand side. Zaha tries to take on Christian Eriksen. It's good defending by Christian Eriksen, which he won't be known for such. And it's here with Bruno Fernandes. It's terrible by Zaha, but it's very mature defending by Eriksen. Mitchell wins the header. Mitchell wins that battle against Anthony. Will Hughes, cute little turn. But again, his passing is where you get, but them man, they are rubbish, you know. Even in five-a-side, I hate dons like that. Dons that do rubbish passes and they start screaming, where's my options? And start shouting. Shout at yourself. How many times have you heard me say, Will Hughes, the passing? What are you shouting at? You're inferior. You're one of the most cultured dons in that Palace team. You're winning the ball back, cool, but you've not been able to find a man consistently. Speaking of not finding a man consistently, Olise should have passed it. His pocket's been picked. Anthony's technically with a shot on target, but yeah, Gabriel should be able to deal with Weghorst. I think Edu should go and raid Barcelona. He could get Memphis and Kessié. Well, it looks like my man Memphis is basically an Atletico Madrid player. Eduard Mateta strike duo is horrendous TV. I can't lie. Palace looking like a dead Sunday League team, says Jay. Great tackle by Wan-Bissaka, taking no prisoners. Decore, Klein. Zaha tries to knock it past Shaw. Shaw not falling for that. Terrible attempt of playing it in behind Shaw by Klein. Bruno Fernandes, you better get back, Klein, or you're in trouble. It's here with Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw, Rashford, Gilberto Carlos. Oh, that is a foul, ref. Surely. Got none of that. Decore got none of that. No worries, bro. Palace got the 5th worst scoring record in the league for a reason. Exactly. And I don't know where Wolves are, but Wolves can't be too far behind them. Defense, obviously, you need a defense, but you need to score goals. You don't score goals, you literally don't win a game of football. So that's kind of, like you said, if they're up there, they're in with an issue. In fact, let me check the Premier League website. Free kick in a half decent area for Man United. Premier League stats. Christian Eriksen, Marcus Rashford over this free kick. Eriksen looks like he's leaving it to Rashford, which means we're having a look at goal. Scored one at the World Cup for England. Mandem 11 hype, Vieira hype. I mean, it's got to be something brilliant from Rashford. And if you're Ten Hag, you just hope that he works the keeper. And if you're also Ten Hag, you hope that a Man United player, regardless, is just following in. Because if Guita spills it, I think United always have a chance with Guita. This is in my opinion. Rashford, oh, well, I'm capping, I'm shouting. It's not a bad effort, but it's not on target. Hughes is all over. Terrible pass. It's terrible, man. Look at like he's gone for accuracy and got none. I never thought I'd say this, but Palace needs to bring on AU. Crazy. Goals since the World Cup. Marcus Rashford has 8, which is the most in major European leagues, says Sky Sports. Behind, he's doing better than Ben Yedder, Benzema, and Ward-Prowse. Benzema and Ward-Prowse have 5. The other name I mentioned has 6, and then obviously Rashford's got 8. Mateta doesn't win a header for the 55th time today. Richards, Olise, kicking it into blind alleys, really. Game's back to being scrappy here. Not too much individual quality. Gerhi, what are you doing? Tries to find Zaha, I guess in hindsight, it didn't work out. Casemiro, that's a ball over the top. Klein says, forget about it. Decore, Bruno Fernandes. Nathaniel Klein does very well there. See with Decore. Decore to Zaha. Zaha, first time to Olise. Olise will take it in his stride. He finds Eduard. Eduard, can he fashion a shot? He does. Oh, it's a bloody good save by De Gea. Well, it should be 1-0 Crystal Palace on the eve of the end of the first half. First real big chance of the game goes to Crystal Palace. Zaha and Olise linking up. Varane should do better. It looked like it was going top bins, really. Important touch by De Gea. Important save. It looked like it would have just whistled in. He's tipped it onto the post. Ayew needs to stay on the bench. Hurts my head. Come on, Vieira. Once a Gooner, always a Gooner. Corner kick to Palace. Varane heads clear. Nathaniel Klein will be the man to pick it up. That's a horrible touch from him. It does not set up a cross perfectly at all. Sure head is the attempted second cross. And that's the end of that corner threat. Mitchell. That's a ball from him, to be fair to Olise. Olise a bit timid there. Still got it. Throw into Crystal Palace on this left-hand side. Both teams purring. First big save of the game. De Gea's made. Great save to deny Eduard, really. Great save. It looked like it just was going to bend in. Great save. Take a bow. That is a wake-up call. Crystal Palace's Zaha finds Nathaniel Klein. Klein, too much on it. It does go to the back post, however. Two Crystal Palace players going for the same ball. Zaha bobbing and weaving, twisting and turning. Fernandez deals with it, and Anthony could counter-attack here. Richards up against Anthony. Anthony glides past. This Richard guy's meaty, man. Good tackle, and it's a corner. End-to-end stuff. Crystal Palace lack outright targeting positions in the market. Is killing us. No backup left back. Both right backs, Klein and Ward, long past their best. Crazy. We got that Cedric Suarez, man. Shout us, man. Four minutes excluded added on time until the end of the first half, folks. Corner kick. Crystal Palace have not dealt with this. Guita's punched. United still keep it. It's playground football stuff. Weghorst. Klein hooks it clear. Klein is 31, not past his best, just meaty. Better scouting needed. I'd rather that Napoli done than Mudryk. AC Milan are getting spliffed by Inter tonight. Crazy. Ref says play on. Will Hughes, can he pick out a man with a pass? He's backwards, but he finds the core. Smash the like button, people. Olise up against Lisandro Martinez. Has Klein offering an option. Olise went for the shot. Wan-Bissaka heads it. Casemiro heads the second. Will Hughes being Will Hughes again allows United to get out of that one unharmed. Casemiro first time into Rashford. Looks like Rashford and Klein both had no idea where that pass was being played. Klein, hey, both teams need to sort it out. I can't forgive Arsenal for loading us Sonogo. Some scars don't heal, DG. Big up you lot, man. Listen, Sonogo, bro, he's done more. He's more decisive than Harry Kane. Don't forget Sonogo against Wigan in the FA Cup. Christian Eriksen cuts back. Bruno should put United a goal ahead. Does put United a goal ahead. As we spoke about, horrible defending from Crystal Palace. They've been made to pay. Manchester United 1, Crystal Palace 0. First real bit of quality. First player taking his good chances. Crystal Palace are a goal down. As we said, Vieira's half-time notes, and probably to a slight degree, Ten Hag's as well. United off to a good start. It's been a horrible game in terms of passes. It's been a horrible game in terms of Crystal Palace's defending. Will Hughes is meaty. Cedric for 8 million. It's a deal. Fernandez is brazy. I can't lie. I've been doing it at this level for a year now. Starting to play a bit more sensible. Bruno Eriksen playing a central part in that goal. Rashford as well. Rashford's giving it back to Eriksen. Eriksen's seen Bruno. Olise, the centre-backs, Will Hughes. Big up Bruno Fernandes, because it's what you do off the ball that makes all the difference. Not a single one is following him. He's had time to set himself as well. Not a single one is following him. Anytime you're going to do that in the Premier League, you're in problems. Not a single shirt until it's too late. Centre-backs don't engage and try and put him off. Everybody's caught ball watching. Palace deserve to be a goal down. Horrible. Manchester United 1, Crystal Palace 0. Simple business. And that should allow United to settle. Palace probably have to come out a lot more now. And that probably make them a bit nervous. 5 more likes until we have 100 people. Nathaniel Klein. Zaha. Olise. Olise too timid, man. Good player, but far too timid, man. Very overrated. Quality player. But they gas him up a bit too much. Like, he's taking him at Arsenal, a quality player. When United have scored first in the 10 games they've played in the Premier League this season, they've drawn none and lost none. So, boy. Olise, not just Olise, but far too casual defensively there. Points from behind. Crystal Palace are only second to Tottenham. They've recovered 12 points from losing positions this season. So it depends on what you want to read. Nah, Olise, boy, off the ball. And it's not just him. It's not just him. Him, Decore, the center. That's not really the center back's job, but they've not engaged. You play with fire, you're gonna get burned, aren't you? 3 minutes of added on time, people. Once again, United are winning the goal to 0. All watching 1-on-1, and that's Palace's issue. And that's another one where they ain't got a click. That will let them down ultimately. Why they probably won't have a season they're good enough to have. Olise, horrible. He's too passive, man. Quality player, but far too passive. And you're not wavy like that to be doing all of that. But I like him a lot, man. There's a lot of potential in the lad, and the age he's at, he'll learn. Mitchell gives it to Wan-Bissaka. Well, he loses it. He was actually scored the least goals in the Prem this season. Wolves have scored 12 goals. West Ham have scored 15, the same number as Forest. Everton have scored 16. Palace and Southampton have scored 17. Chelsea have only scored 22 goals. At the top end, I can't lie. Well, you know what? Kane probably accounts for a lot of them. But third place are Spurs with 37. City have 46. We've got 42. Arsenal, if you don't know what us is. Brighton have 35. Liverpool have 34. Newcastle got 34. United got 29. Fulham got 32. Brentford got 32. Again, Tony factor. Zaha looks done out. Not as rapid as he used to be. Still a quality player. Bruno Fernandes, acres of time on this left-hand side, right-hand side for Palace. Bruno, Rashford. It's going to get ugly for Palace if they don't fix up. Rashford, poor from Rashford, really. His decision-making hasn't been the best. Casemiro. Mateta tried to barge him. That did not bang at all. Not too long left of the first half. United a bit reluctant to go forward at this moment. Appreciative to you lot tuned in, folks. Not too long left of this first half. Olise. Decore. Mitchell. Carlisle, Will Hughes, they got to clip this, man. They got to get rid of that, man. End of the first half, I believe. Bruno Fernandes's, goal has made the difference. Literally, if you're just tuning in right now, you've probably literally just missed it. Saying that, the only chance Crystal Palaces have had of note forced a great save from De Gea. But on the balance of things, United have had a lot more about them in the final third, even though they could play a lot better. We're going to say no one who really from United can say they have a shot apart from Bruno. 1-0 is probably the great thing, but it's not done yet. And for United, you want to score a lot more. For Palace, need to get back in the game sooner rather than later, or it's curtains. And that's another defeat, really. What's that? 5 games without a win? I think Sky Sports said. I wanted City and United to tie. For me, that was the best outcome because United now believe they can win the league. It's in our hands Sunday. I hear that, bro. Decore comes Southwest 6 squad thing. Hear that? And it firmly is half-time. With it being half-time, people, let me go and get some refreshments and I'll be right back.
Yeah, against this right back, Charlie.
Back again, folks. One love to you lot tuned in. Back again, people. Back again. Here we have it. What was we doing now? What was we doing? Should we check the halftime statistics? Not that there's anything to scream and shout about. This game hasn't quite lived up to what we'd have hoped for, people, but nonetheless, it's been an all right game, I guess. Bruno Fernandes scored in the 43rd minute, so better late than never. Probably changed the halftime team talk for everybody. Don't forget, people, if you're on YouTube, you should see it to your pinned message, but this same time tomorrow, same time being 7:50, 10 minutes before kickoff, we will once again be watching Premier League. It's Manchester City against Tottenham Hotspur. After that, you know, in terms of watch-along business, there's a bunch of content. In terms of watch-along business, we'll be watching Liverpool-Chelsea on Saturday. And obviously, the same club playing today, Man United visit the Emirates. We'll be watching that, people, in the second and final game between the two teams in the Premier League, where the Europa League, the FA Cup, and all that jazz is concerned. That's another thing. In terms of shots, as I said, on the balance of things, United neither team has offered anything in the final third. Cool. Eduard's forced a great save from De Gea. Bruno Fernandes has made the difference, but there hasn't been too much of note. And as I said, from a Man United perspective, Guita is suspect. They should be asking more questions. Bruno, Anthony in particular, not seeing too much of them in the first half. For Palace, nothing in the final third, really. And both teams are being a bit careless with the football, losing it a bit too frequently. Crystal Palace have had 3 shots, 1 on target. Probably, you know, that's about it. There's been 4 shots on target in the whole game. Man United have had 3 on target. As I just said, Palace have had 1. Palace have had 3 shots. His opponents in Man United have had 10 shots, 3 on target. In terms of possession, 63% to 37 in United's favour. In terms of passing, Man United have played 346 passes to 202 of Palace's. In terms of corners, you know, there's only been 2 corners and each side has had 1 in it. Who's scoring, bro? Scoring, I don't know about scoring, but who scored is Bruno. Palace are just awful. How does Bruno could have taken a nap in the box before someone closed him down? Last Emirates Cup, there was train strike, so I took 2 buses from Ilford to TPL to Holloway Road, altogether over 65 bus stops. What you do for the Arsenal? Careful, man. Some people fly in from different countries to watch their teams and that. I can see Palace grabbing a point. Be good for us if United were to stumble now. Like DG says to Tavares, every time he scores, where are your defensive highlights? Bro, you could just type my name in on YouTube, mate. Get some new material. Never ever, mate. Never ever. Coffee break, mate. Don't you worry about what I'm doing with my man pieces. Oh, what this? Top Blue, rise up your dirts. I'd rather be a 1-season wonder than someone that's never did it, man. If you've never did it, I only want to take advice from drillers. If you've done drillers, then you could be in the room, innit? You've never did it. You're just talking crap on the internet, the gigahertz and that. Big up you, man. You're always here, but you know you're a dud, innit? To get your girl back. That's why you're acting brand new, innit? You're one of them guys that show off in front of a girl. You try and make the man look silly, innit? I hear you, lame ass. Hey, man, S, you're talking a lot, man, for someone with with no display picture and that, man. Stop, man. Stop, man. I don't know you. You could be a 50-year-old white guy. You could be a 10-year-old black. I don't know what you are, man. You could be anything. It's my pleasure, eh? You could be anything. Shush, man. Come watch me on Sunday. 9:30. No, I'm lying. 10:30 kickoff. For grammar. You've never done drillings, mate. You've never done drillings. You've never done drillings, man. That's not even the favorite goal. Where's my favorite one?
About the real centre back.
Where is it?
Talk to me in this football.
That's not it. Where is it? Have I got the file anymore? Where is the file, fam?
Right, it's about to get crazy. It's about to get guy. Look.
Where is it? Nah, that's a shag, man. I can't even find it, man. false fullback, bro. Left back, venture forward. Shout out Tobes, the wrongest gaffer. Act like I can't hear. What? Get back. Defend. Oh, shit. Me? Oh, wow. I swear down I'm meant to defend. Wow, I can't hear you, bro. DG started my own business, but I'm back. Big up to you, Lamar. That's great, man. 2023 started in the great way, man. By God's grace, more invoices than that, man. Crazy. I like to think I'm Zinchenko, man. I don't know what you're saying there, my dude. Hopefully it's nothing mad, but shout yourself. Magic Man says be lit, man. Be lit. I want to come back and help defend, but I don't want that to be my goal in that. I don't know about it. This guy really thinks I'm Ian Wright's nephew. Shout Ian, man. I mean, he's everyone's. Bro, top league, you can't play football, mate. It's dead corn, man. Who do you model your game after, DG? On this question. It's a Zlatan Ibrahimovic thing. My thing, man. Like, me, innit? Like, I ain't trying to play them, obviously. Shout the legends and that, Danny Alves and them kind of brothers there. Like, but it's just me, man. Mate, you're a dud. I can't, I'm not replying to Sacco and Top Blue. You lot are Avilés dons, man. Like, come Power League. I'll line up Power League. I'll pay for it as well. You lot just got to link up, man. Link me. Stop chatting, man. Talking on the airways, man. Shh. But I take it. You're in the public opinions happen, innit? I'll take advice from definitely not you, lot. I'll take advice from the drillers, innit? I feel though maybe I don't like John Terry, but that segment where you go at Robbie Savage, I'm not taking it from you lot. You lot are probably weird as hell, man. Did you see that save De Gea made top class? Consider I'm doing a watch along. It'd be pretty suspect if I didn't. But yeah, he produced a fantastic save, man. Oh, Rant said Haaland is the reason Man City are ish this season. I need to listen to that. Rant shall be very mad though. Shout out Rants. I don't know. Who's this? Is this someone 30? I don't know. I don't know if this is someone 30 people at all. Because you know how the Twitter, I mean, no disrespect, but you know how Twitter gets and things, people. I don't know if this is somebody 30. They might have even paid for this verification thing. I don't know if this is someone 30, but I understand Arsenal have inquired about signing Zaha on a permanent basis, very early stages, but Arsenal exploring if Palace would be willing to cash in on Zaha due to his contract situation. I can't lie, the way Zaha's been moving this season, it's an upfront thing. You play up front, man. You can still play out wide, but you're not what you used to. Mate, you're not lit, Top Blue. You're doing bare paragraphs. Why are you writing paragraphs to a man you don't know, bro? You're moving mad. Man said Zaha like it's so 18. Double source. I don't know. I've never seen this account in my life. It just came on my timeline. Maybe I don't know. I'm just showing you lot, man. Probably was. Until someone's holding the shirt or I see it on Sky Sports and that. It's all brazy, isn't it? Really. If the Mudrik thing showed you something. Bare paragraphs to Dons he don't know. If he ripped paragraphs to his gal, he wouldn't have lost her and been here like, oh my God, my girl's left me. And don't let Top Blue act up if you're new here, man. He's a dud. Shh. Kickoff soon back upon us, people. But yeah. It's hot as hell in here, man. You're done, man. Beef will never end. Never, ever end, man. Apparently, Blackpool wants to appoint Tony Pulis. We need to bring Patino back ASAP. I hear that, but reality is these are for all these young players. Again, not off the top of my head, but bro, every young player that goes out on loan, this is what you'd expect, really and truly. You have to be able to deal with that. God, like if Arteta walks away tomorrow, Saka's got to be able to deal with that. If Ten Hag walked away tomorrow, again, some of them young players at United, you've had what Ten Hag. Well, look, someone like Rashford, you've been at Ten Hag, Jose, Solskjaer, maybe Van Gaal, Van Gaal, maybe even the next one. It might be tired, but it's fitting because you're tired. It's the truth, bro. Like, how can you be tired of hearing the truth? You are a dud. Your girl left you. You came on the net. I don't know you, though. Remember, you came and followed my content. I don't know you, know. I don't know who you are. Like, hey, you probably walked past me and not even said, well, go on. You came and drew yourself out. So let it be tired. I'm tired of you being a dud. I'm tired of seeing you moan. I want better for my people. I always try and uplift you lot. It's crazy out here, man. Stop being a dud. I stop having things to talk about, mate. If you're not going to do that, shut your mouth and get back to commenting. You Bedina, man. Real guys are not commenting on live chats and that. You Bedina. Second half is imminent, people. I keep saying imminent because it just feels like the fitting thing to say. It is imminent, but not quite imminent. Yeah, sure. Weird you as well. Don't try and get on to top blue, though. I can get on to you, can't I? Power League Sunday. You won't even roll. You won't roll. You're a verbalist. You won't roll. All of us say, oh, my mum said there's a family thing, you know. Shut up. Shut it. Come on, ref. Come on. Ah, Patrick Vieira, I love you, mate. But you as a manager, it's a hype thing right now, man. You did a little thing at Palace last season. Do play good football and that. Probably being let down in the transfer market, but it's a bit meaty. Second half has kicked off. I don't mind, man, but top blues are zesty, you, man. Him and Saka are zesty still. Big up you lot. Second half has kicked off, ref. That's a handball, surely. Yep. Will Hughes, calm down. It hit your hand, bro. Ganato's a baller still. Gonyoto is the baller, the Italian brother. Come on, ref. How long's free kick taking? Bruno. What was that from Anthony? All right, let's just Wan-Bissaka. It could be 2-0 already. Bruno into the hands. Everything about that was dodgy. I don't know if if Anthony meant that fake shot. I don't know if Wan-Bissaka meant that as well. Anthony killed Casemiro. Casemiro got it. That's known as a hospital pass. Okay, the first half, second half's kicking off like the first. Scrappy then, innit? United are sometimes better off losing the ball so they can set up on the counter. I hear that. Shout out to you lot, people. Don't forget to subscribe with Amazon Prime, Twitch ones of no extra cost to you lot. Crystal Palace is Olise. Finds Klein. Klein. Back to Olise. You're against Lisandro Martinez. You better think quick, my friend. Nonsense. He's done well, though. That's a yellow card. Surely, ref for Lisandro Martinez. Surely got nowhere near that. Hands all over Olise. And the rest bringing out the yellow. Don't think Lisandro's committed too many fouls, so it's not from an accumulation of tackles. It's just evidently you're not trying to play the ball there, innit? Hands all over him. What a player Olise is, man. Just needs to tweak 1-2 things in his game, and he's lit, man. Chill. Chill, man. I'd have a day, if anything, blood. Notice how whenever I do well in Football Manager, top blue's never there. That man there. Olise to take this free kick. Come on, man. Pull it into a testing area. Mateta's a hard job, man. Olise. I mean, no one's there, really. It's into a decent area, but it's not there, is it? Mitchell. Hughes. Finally picks a man. Finds Zaha. Zaha delivers. Oh, it's way too much on that. Anthony heads it clear. Will Olise keep that in or go for the throw-in? Keeps it in. Up against Anthony. Olise. Anthony doing a bit of defending. Olise's forced to go home. Not really the best of passes. Richards goes all the way back to Guita. For United, not tested Guita enough. He's suspect, man. And for Palace, apart from that shot with Edouard, not done nothing. Mitchell. Will Hughes. Shout out to you for becoming a member, El Pro. Thank you very much for that. Edouard chasing his first touch. Casemiro says, thank you, Weghorst. Casemiro. Thought Casemiro was fouled there. He wasn't, and it's gone out of play. Throw in for Crystal Palace on this left-hand side. So far, so good from Manchester United, but it's not done yet. United have lost no games when leading at halftime since 2014. They've won 108 of the 125 games they played. I think that said, they beat Drew 17. Marcus Rashford. To be fair, Richards, that's good defending. I can't like Richards is meaty, man. Shot these Dons, Palace, man. Where you at Bayern Munich? Bayern Munich, hat. Well, that's why you're not there no more, innit? Corner kick. There was nothing wrong with the action he just did there, however. 115 likes if you've hit the like button. Sorry to make bare noise, people, but thank you very much. It's appreciated. That's appreciated. I'm very appreciative. Twitch gang, head over and hit the like spot. You lot support same way. Corner kick with United. Ericsson, not the best by him. It's falling to Bruno. Is he going to do the Mazai? Finds Anthony. Oy. I don't know what Anthony tried to do. He appeals for a corner. Anthony, come on, brother. There's a player in Anthony, but if I had to describe him in one word, it would be, well, two, incredibly frustrating. For all his talent, it's the decision making, not necessarily isolated to what he just did there, because the application was poor. He tried, but he's extremely frustrating. What would you say your biggest strength in your? What would you say is the biggest strength in your game? Don't panic. Probably don't panic enough. Reading up the game still. I get gassed as well. Like, do some unpredictable stuff. Like, I'm one of them Sunday league. I've always been that. Like, even playing in school, in that. If I see the more techie dons do a step over, I'll get involved, man. Shout Eri. When I see him do some lit step overs left, it's like, say you're a left back and Zaha's doing skills. Get gassed as well, man. Try a tick as well. Obviously, pay grades are different, but yeah, I do love a tackle still, but man, love a pass. Selflessness. Hey, the one game I played the striker for wrong as man scored though. Lacazette settings, it could happen. It could happen. Corner kick, anyways, to Crystal Palace. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Corner kick is a terrible delivery. Palace fighting to keep it alive. Weghorst defends. He's done that a couple of occasions. Mark Gurhey. Nathaniel Klein puts it back into the mixer. Mateta gets up into the hands of De Gea. Simple as that. DG, surely Palace has got to do better than this. Amen. DG, first one to score a goal versus United. And what minute do you think it happens? I can win a shirt if it happens. I don't know, man. Let's just say Odegaard 10th minute. Our match with United will be interesting. Biggest game of the season so far. We need to win. Unorthodox free roam, both-footed fullback with a lot of suspensions. Anthony loses it. Sold short, really. Olise. I guess if you're Crystal Palace, it's these games now where clearly you're losing. The fans, I have to watch it without the commentary on, but the fans are probably making bare noise. You want the Olises, the Zahas, no clue where Eze is, but you want these guys to just do a bit more now. It's here with the Core. You know, do something to get your fans even going a bit more, because United have the lead. They're away from home. That's a silly foul from Luke Shaw. Surely a yellow. Bundled Zaha completely over there. Escapes the yellow. Palace have taken it quickly. Zaha. I don't know why he decided to peel to this right-hand side. Maybe he was told to do that. Olise, Decore, Edouard. These guys are meaty, man. Casemiro tries to find Rashford. Rashford's pace might get him towards that. Klein's hooked it. That's all he could do. Eze's here. Well, speaking of the devil, Eze's there. Boy, appreciative for you lot tuning in. Olise's in. To be fair, I've seen Olise a lot more than Will Zaha. And I guess these are the games you want Zaha to make the difference. I mean, Zaha looks like he's declined a bit physically, if I'm honest with you. Still devastating, can still cause problems, but it's not really adapting like that. Nathaniel Klein, I mean, it doesn't matter what Zaha can do. If you can't pass the ball to him properly, it doesn't matter, does it? And it was terrible there. Vieira's got a good poker face. You never know what he's quite asking at. Crazy. Fresno done, you know. Sign the guy at this point, man. Eze needs to come on ASAP. Probably Richards, who's done quite well when you look at all the other Palace players, to be honest. Klein, again, passing in the final third, horrible. They got another chance. Klein, Zaha up against Luke Shaw. Not really asked any questions of Luke Shaw like that. He's found Olise. Olise has punched into him. That's a foul. Surely, ref. There's no advantage for Palace there. I don't know where the advantage is, but United won't care. And United could counter-attack here. Will Hughes has to get there before Anthony. You bottled that. You bottled that. Anthony's on his own, though. But you bottled that. If anything happens, it's your fault, Will Hughes. I can't lie. Ericsson. This is horrible play at times from teams. Zaha. Yeah, Zaha's having a stinker still. Might have to take him off. Manchester United's Lisandro Martinez on the ball, folks. Man down for Crystal Palace. Ericsson puts it out. Olise down. I think Luke Shaw caught him late there. Goes over to check if his opponent's all right, to be fair. Olise down. Like I said, Mateta is gangly. He is still. He is very gangly. Don't offer nothing. Eze's on, people. Come on, ref. What's going on here, man? Bare delays. What's going on? Looks like Lisandro Martinez is getting some instructions from Ten Hag, whatever that means. Ref, come on, man. What's going on? Ref, you're acting, man. It's late. It's too late for this. Finally, players continue, people. Will Hughes, again, he's fortunate he's not come off the way. He has come off the pitch, surely. Who came off? Now that I said that. Varane, anyways, in possession. Oh, yeah, it is Will Hughes, surely. No, he's still on. Wow. Dreams really do come true. You should not be playing Premier League football based on this. Gerhi, another overrated Cobham. Guita. Long ball forward. Mateta. Well, Edouard, sorry, he wins a header for once, but it's back here in Man United. DGB real, do you miss the banter era Arsenal? Why would I miss banter? No. Why would I miss that? I mean, we still won trophies. Spurs could never. Why would I miss that? See what I mean about you're a dud? A fan came on and took a picture of Casemiro. Bloody hell. Marcus Rashford up against Klein. Chops inside Rashford. Oh, you should have done that on Reeting. It looked like he waited and waited, tried to find, sure it didn't bang. Will Zaha finds Edouard. Edouard, how long do you lose it? Wow, raw, done well. Finds Olise. Come on, Palace. Counter attack. Like what United do, counter attack with some speed, man. It's meaty, because then it just goes into the chat. I don't even care about Palace, but come on, lads. The hell is that? Why did I miss banner? Why did I miss the banner? Literally was on there for 15 seconds before anyone came on to get him off awful stewarding. To be fair, Stewart's really qualified to be doing all of that. And being a steward, you must just look at that like, oh man, you're just drawing me out now. Like, I'm just here to get some peas. You're making it long. I've always thought it's a shame if you're a steward that has to look at the game, has to look at the fans where the game's going on, though. Shout out the stewards, man. When I used to work in stadiums, always struck up good relations with them. They would tell me which seats are not there and go do our thing. That's how I used to get to watch a lot of the North London derbies. early on in my life. I can't lie. Mateta is more of a point guard, DG. Well, maybe he should come off the pitch. Will Hughes, right? He found the man. Eze, that's better. Olise, okay, not the best of passes to Zaha. Shout yourself, Chad. Will Zaha up against Luke Shaw. Zaha, poor from him. Zaha again, swiped in. Varane half clears it. Will Hughes, he didn't look like if he wanted to shoot or cross it. Eze, Midi. That's why Arsenal released you, man. Midi. But better from Palace. When was the last time I saw that? Boy. Still 1-0 to Manchester United. I'm sure when a bunch of their fags make the short trip home to somewhere in South London, you know, pick up all the season ticket holders on Sky Sports. I had to. Oh, Mrs. Banter, bro. The ref's acting up with the stop starts now. It's getting long. Decore, you did foul your man, though. I don't know. It always kills me when guys clearly make a mad foul and I didn't do anything. Rev, why did you? As much I'm the first to get on referees, but come on. Bruno up against Will Hughes. Verbal. No way Casemiro picks up a booking. I mean, Casemiro's experienced enough to know that if I draw myself out today, it's long in it. And this ain't really the game, you know. It's not like you're under mad pressure from Crystal Palace. Like if you get a yellow card, I'd be very surprised, Casemiro. You watch Love Island? I normally do, but I ain't watching it now. Winter one sounds dead, man. Sound like the babes are media as well, so like I ain't missing nothing. Maybe when it starts getting lit, man. I just typed it, bro. This guy's getting sent home. I mean, pause. Like this guy's getting sent home, man. You're not. I just typed it into humor you lot. He's not staying for long. He's gone. Palace in the mud. There must be a website to see all these contestants so far, man. Oh wait, I got that. Might just change my mind. I don't know when it's on. This shoot is not staying long. Sounds a bit meaty. Casemiro's one possession the most times. DJ, I'll swap you Bruno for Odegaard. Nah, bro. Give us Rashford, Sancho, Varane, we can talk. Wan-Bissaka. Still 1-0 to Manchester United, folks. These are meaty dons and girls. Everybody's meaty. Game's kind of lost its temper, which suits Man United. Again, like Palace just can't ask any questions in the final third. They're all just stinking up the place, if I'm completely honest with you. Oh, shit, a video vixen for the streets. Okay, I'm mad. Marcus Rashford legs it. Meaty. But you know what? That gets United further up the pitch. I don't know what Rashford is. That's the only thing that lets Rashford down, man. Even when he goes on, which like now he's been scoring goals, it's never like if his decision making could just improve, he'd be an incredible footballer. Hopefully it does, because I like Rashford, man. There's some players you can't hate on, regardless of the clubs they play for, man. Shout out to you for trying to feed them kids, man. Danielle's meaty, man. Come on, I'm not gonna. This is meaty. This is very meaty. I don't even. This is all meaty. Crystal Palace. Well, they're not. Before I could even finish my sentence, Casemiro plucked it. On another note, I'm happy Mendy was found not guilty. Listen, brother, I'm not involved. Just because you was found not guilty for the arting and them funny man things does not mean you didn't do it. The conviction rates are very low. You had too many cases against you. Like, fair enough, innocent until you're proven guilty and all them things. Mendy are wrong in their mind, but there's way too many of them things there against you. I'm definitely looking at you funny. Carl, I'm definitely looking at you funny. You know, I guess in the eyes of the laws, he's innocent in that, but brother, you got like 10 cases. You did that shit. And unfortunately, which unfortunately is a reality for women, a lot of, even when these people do these things, the conviction rate is dead. Lisandro Martinez, De Gea. Everyone wants to say the system's corrupt, but when it comes to weirdos like that, oh, justice prevailed and that, forget about it. Apparently, he's even still got 2 charges to go on the trial on June 26th of June 2023. What an odd thing to be happy about, bro. Jungle justice, shout out my Jamaicans. Exactly. We don't talk too tough. You shouldn't be doing that, man. Get it alone. It's a tough situation, man. But for me, brother, like, you got like 6 to 10 cases. It's not like it's one. It's 10K. You did something, bro. Like, you did something in it. You got to remember, this guy's got P's as well. You got the best. Again, it's not necessarily what you know, it's what you can prove in a court of law. He's got the best. He's got the money to get the best lawyers. The women he's probably done this to got limited funds, bro. Like, it's a wrap, but I don't even want to get into all of that, man. Palace look very poor tonight. Don't see United being able to play like this on Saturday, but their fans will be even more inflated from this. Probably. At least it's just an extra game. We should be a bit fresher in theory. Saying that, I've seen Arsenal, not so much this season, but teams that play twice in a week and they've looked fresher than us. There's plenty of things to be wary of with Man United. There's plenty of things, if I'm Arsenal, to be confident about. Don't know what Bruno was doing there, but Tariq Mitchell will say thank you. It's here with Anthony. Anthony, who made the difference against Arsenal, to be fair. Wan-Bissaka, you know you're doing bad when Wan-Bissaka's trying to bust nutmegs. That was me. The Wan-Bissaka, you're not injured. You're lying. Wow, Edouard. Edouard's first touch is better. There could have been a counter-attack there. Ericsson. Lisandro Martinez. So sorry for Palace, man. Luke Shaw. It's getting scrappy. I mean, it's 1-0's a dangerous lead all the time, but unless Palace produce some quality, it's a madness. To be honest, Wan-Bissaka sent Rodri. I mean, true. Banner aside, everyone can send everywhere, but you know exactly. United won that. You know you're having a bad game. Wan-Bissaka plays football like a breakdancer, man. Where he literally plays football. You see that wedge Blackdown that goes in America and he goes into shops and he start like eating food and start dancing. That's literally how Wan-Bissaka plays ball. It's calm though. You're a Premier League footballer. What comment is that? Where do you think it's won and lost for us this weekend, DG? Counter attack, switching off, and the midfield and taking your chances. But United have an experience factor on us. Looks like 2 subs. I can't make out who's who. One looks like Scott McTominay. But 2 subs will be coming on from Man United. Yeah, it is Scott McTominay and young Garnacho, who some rumours say he's not sat closer to sign a new deal. Some rumours today saying he's basically agreed the framework of his new deal. Hard to be the worst body language in the EPL belongs to Zaha. Body language hype. Weghorst coming off. 68 minutes on his debut. Done all right. You know, made a number of defensive headers, brought other players into play. United ain't really giving him anything clear cut to work with and maybe get his first goal for the club. Ten Hag senses that maybe 1-0's enough, but we got to switch on. I don't know if Rashford goes up front. There's a slight tweak to the system, and Scott McTominay goes in the engine room. Anthony will come off for Garnacho. This game, oh, where's that comment? This game so low tempo, they won't even be tired for Sunday. It's peak. The Olise fall off is mad. That's deep, man. Yeah, take off Casemiro. He needs to be protected, taken off for that yellow card precautions. He'll be all right, man. He said, obviously anything can happen, but I guess Ten Hag, he will. If you get another goal, he might take him off. But you have to kind of trust your player. Like Casemiro, you're an experienced guy. You know you're on the yellow card. Don't do nothing foolish, innit? And to be fair, it takes Casemiro a lot on a normal day to get a yellow card. He knows, like, how many fouls can I make past a certain point. So I'll be surprised if he picks up a yellow. Don't get twisted. I hope so. We got a giant in the box and our wingers won't cross the ball. To be fair, Rashford's not here for that. Rashford is a bit like Sterling in the sense of he's at his most dangerous when he's running in behind. Anthony hasn't quite, in his minutes, learned being decisive in the final third. Saying that, Eriksen, that's our ball. Bruno Fernandes, he needs to do much better, and that could have been 2-0. Thought Zaha was fouled by Wan-Bissaka there. Was it going to be a casual throw-in? I don't know. United have the possession, so it's unlikely he gets a card. Zaha definitely stayed at Palace too long. Won't get a bigger move, in my opinion, this summer. I mean, he's been linked with Dortmund, with Roma. Obviously, these are good experiences. If he gets an offer like that, kind of what I was saying earlier, then he needs to ask himself the question. Slot and Ayew are coming on. Number 22, who I believe is Decore. I might be wrong. If I can, yeah, Decore's off for Slot. Ayew's on for Edouard. Can both these players inject some energy and intensity and just something for the Palace fans to get behind? You would think you're playing at Old Trafford. Again, I can't hear the commentary because I can't listen to it for copyright laws. But Crystal Palace are and backs against the wall, last-ditch defending. We'll have to see. That Garnacho brother for Leeds. Hey, you had no right scoring that. Crazy goal that was. Man United. Scott McTominay, never. No, you can never be appealing for a penalty. You're acting, Scott McTominay. You're acting. Bruno making verbal. If this was suddenly Bruno, just push his face. Shut up, man. Never a penalty. DG on big extra would be mad. I can't lie. What is that? McTominay, you're acting. Shut up, man. The game's gone mad if you get a penalty for that. Oh, do you know what? He might have a case, I might stand corrected, McTominay. You might have a case. Do you know what? You might have... That might actually be... my bad. That might just be a penalty, in my opinion, I think that... I don't know. They need to... The angles, I can't lie. Watching it again... See, these angles trick you because first time I didn't think it was one. Then I saw it again. It's looking like one. I don't know, man. But anyways, it's not been given. Crystal Palace in possession. Palace, a low-intensity team thus far. Shocking performance. United in a training session. It reminds me a bit of when we rocked up here. We scored a lot more goals, but it was overhyped. That's a ball from Olise. Finds Eze. Never a handball. Can't get past Varane. Finds Zaha. Zaha. McTominay pulling at him. Slop. Never going to use his right foot. Finds Klein. Olise. Olise's probably been the most lively player. What's going on here, ref? What's going on here, ref? I don't know what happened, ref, and I don't think Casemiro's involved, but book him. Zaha and McTominay getting in verbal. I bang him. Hey, McTominay, you going to let him push you? Zaha, you going to let him push you? Hey, punch him up, man. Come on, man. Ref, let them go. Let them go. Zaha, don't have it. This is your ground, mate. You're going to let him talk to you like that? Ref, don't let him talk to you like that. Zaha, I mean, McTominay's not that good of a footballer, but he's one of them that you hate if you're playing against it. But if I was a United fan, you need that sort of stuff. Come rattle, take this thing out of games. Bit of argy-bargy between the two. Zaha's tried to headlock him and that. There's just bare things going on. I don't know. It's a very chilled game for United. Calm down, Zaha, man. Throwing his toys out the pram a bit. maybe you should channel that aggression into doing some stepovers and shooting at De Gea, because De Gea's had to make one save of note, and he made a very good save for what it's worth. But away from home in a notoriously tough ground, I'm sure, you know, De Gea and his defense will take that, especially if they get a clean sheet. 15 minutes left. Eze puts it into the box. Meaty. Klein, you need to get your body there. He hooks it back in. It's Meaty. Varane wins the header. Will Hughes heads it back in. Wan-Bissaka wins the third. It's back here with Eze. Eze gets it under touch. Does well, really. Bruno Fernandes sticking close to him. He tries to find Olise. He does find Olise. It's a good ball. What can Olise do? Twisting and turning. Earns a corner. But yeah, it's about it. Big six. Shout out them. But yeah, man. Never been given the call, mate. Shout out them, look. Early score prediction for Sunday. Hopefully 2-1 Arsenal. Just an Arsenal win, fellow. 15 minutes left of this game, people. You lot have been amazing, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube. Oh, another save by there. Okay, cool. 2 saves there he's had to make. Big save from a corner for him. Big save for De Gea. And then it's a bit like Arsenal in the North London derby. It was great goals and we dominated the performance, but you need your keeper. He could have put Palace a goal. Well, got them back in this. Does he? But based on his reactions, he reckons he could do a lot better with that header. It's a save you expect the header to make, but it's happened all fast for him. All right, so the Heads had to make 2 good saves now. One from range from Edouard in the first half, 1:50 minutes from the end of the game. Slop. To be fair to Slop and Eze, they've added something that's been lacking, but it's just not been enough from Palace. Eze delivers with his left peg. Lissandro will say thank you for that. Will Hughes, how you've managed to stay on the pitch, only God knows. Fair enough, though, fella. Hey, but to be fair, I completely forgot about you, so not all the subs have done anything. Olise, doing too much. Slot, Olise, Klein, put the ball in the mixer, lad. That's good play from Olise. Klein puts it in. It's whistled past everyone. Bruno Fernandes. He didn't complete it. That's a yellow card for Will Hughes. Going sliding, got nowhere near that ball. He's had a stinker today in all aspects. Stinker. Absolute stinker. How you're managing to be on the pitch for this long probably sums up Vieira's decision-making as well as Crystal Palace's today. Horrible, really. McTominay will say thank you for that. Eats up more time on the clock. You're seeing me drop several links, people, there in relation to my next watch-alongs. 7:50 tomorrow, we're watching Man City against Spurs. Saturday, we're watching Liverpool-Chelsea. Sunday, we're watching Arsenal-Man United. This will all be on Twitch as well as YouTube, people. If you haven't looked at the transfer news videos that I've done, check that out as well. Will Hughes has a yellow card. 2nd of the season, allegedly. Raw, player like you've done well. I don't know what you bring to the table, but yeah. Eze. Casemiro's fouled him, but I mean, that's a soft one, really. I think he's quite fortunate. Another ref might play on there. 13 minutes, excluding added on time. There's still a decent amount of time. You know, United they haven't looked in trouble at all, but it's still only 1-0. It's a dangerous lead in football. And it's a big 3 points, regardless of what you think about Crystal Palace's season and whatnot. Palace is not a ground no one wants to go to. You don't look forward to playing here. It's a nerve-wracking experience, man. Bit harsh. 140 likes, people. If you haven't hit the like button, make sure you're doing such. And thank you very much to those of you who have already. Wan-Bissaka's had a very tidy game. Does quite well here. Oh, do you know what? He tried to do a thing. Bruno, back to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka, back in his old manner. Casemiro almost gives it away. And I mean, what a success story that is. Forget whether you rate Wan-Bissaka or not. Someone has come through your academy and been sold for 50 million quid. Do you know how much of a success story that is? Casemiro and Varane in deep conversation with some of their teammates. Varane's gone walkabout there. Oh, Bruno tried to slide in. Eze's here. It's 3 against 3. Eze doing too much. Doing too much. These Palace players need to recognize just because you got long hair does not mean you need to do a million skills. Hughes, it is what it is. Sai. The wickedest thing is, you haven't said anything there, but I know exactly what you mean by all of that. It's a defeated man we've seen this guy. Richards, been one of the better Crystal Palace players. Could be a counter attack here for Man United. Not really. Slop has something to say about that. Jeffrey Slop, pure strength, enabling him to keep possession. Will Hughes, I know you're gonna lose it. I'll be amazed if you don't. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? You take this brother off, man. Come on, hey Vieira, you should get sacked just for this guy playing 80 minutes. Why on God's green earth was he dribbling? This guy is meaty, man. Football Manager's a liar. They used to say you was lit, Derby hype. But you only made it because you're left-footed, man. Lid should be working in the Crystal Palace boxes. No way you're a footballer, man. No way. I wonder, bro, I'll be surprised if you sold more than 10 shirts in that club store, excluding family members. Casemiro keeps it moving. Brave from Bruno, but he loses out because also brave from Mitchell. Zaha skips. Oh, ref! I book him. Casemiro has to get booked, please. Yes! 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 Stupid tackle from Casemiro. Just as he talked about trusting players. And Bruno's telling him, you know you effed up, right? You know you effed up, right? No complaints from Casemiro. It's a stupid tackle to make. Obviously, one player don't make the difference, but Casemiro's far too experienced to do that. Karate chop my man. Casemiro, what was that, lad? What the hell was that, Casemiro? And I rate Zaha. You know you can't do the fighting team with Casemiro. It'll rip you still. It's a madman. These guys that never get angry are the ones you have to be very careful of. He misses the Arsenal game. Nah, ref, don't let him chat to you. It's a yellow card. Ten Hag. See, Ten Hag, if I was a player with his, I would. He's a manager you don't upset. He's one where, you know, you can just see the disappointment on someone's face when you do something. It's mad. Eze, you won't do it. Meaty, man. De Gea's made another save, but come on, man. It's more like he's caught the ball. Meaty. I mean, you've hit the target, but Meaty. It's Meaty. It's not. De Gea's literally just caught it, like, bro. Like, if De Gea couldn't catch that and done a Hugo Luis, then problems. Speaking of goalies, Manchester United, Spurs, and I think Chelsea have all been linked with Raya of Brentford. Luke Shaw. Garnacho. I like him, man. Good player he is. Ugly as hell, but good player nonetheless. Bruno Fernandes finds McTominay. McTominay, there's no options for him. He's done well-ish. The application weren't good enough. Yeah, he misses the Arsenal game, man. But again, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. Fred is coming on. Is that to save Casemiro from himself? Not that he's done anything. Everyone in the United team looks so vexed. Bro, because there was no need. Again, Casemiro, your experience done. There was no need for you to do that. Someone has experience with Casemiro. He could have just stood up and held it up. Eriksen's coming off. Great little signing he's been, man. Hughes has always been a big fish in a small pond kind of player. The one coach in midfield in a team that can't keep possession. To be fair, that, you know, I think Palace can keep possession, not so much today. And I wouldn't describe him as coaching. Basically, you see Olise, Zaha, a couple other guys. Bring Zaha to the car. And the bus is gone, in it. You missed the train still. The train left Euston time ago. I can't lie to you. And listen, just because they're on a serious note, just because they got no Casemiro, it doesn't mean anything. You know, you look at 3 of Arsenal's best results last year, ironically, against Manchester United, against West Ham, and against Chelsea. Bro, we didn't have our best team out there. You know, Tomiyasu, Tierney, a couple of these guys that you describe as in, at the time, Arsenal's strongest 11. We pulled off 3 of our best results without them. It is what it is. They're going to have to get on with it. They can still deploy Fred there. Not that I rate Fred necessarily, but yeah, man. I hope they get smoked. Zaha or Sterling, DG Sterling. Why Casemiro got the yellow because he shook off the 8. He's running from Thomas Partey, bro. He ducked the Partey test. We're running with that. And they've still got McTominay. They've still got someone that can do a job. Fred attempts to switch possession. Ooh, horrible touch from Mitchell. And how you feel as a fullback. I told, man, I needed that yellow. Thank you, ref. Substitution. Milivojevic coming on for Palace. I ain't seen this guy for a time. Number 19 coming off. Please be for Will Hughes. Please. Yes! Hey, better late than never. Better late than never. Why on God's green earth have you just clocked that now, Vieira? Milivojevic passed the energy juice to Richards. Don't know why, but yeah. DG, don't lie, bro. Man said they got McTominay. I ain't going to repeat that. But bro, they can still pull off a result. Football is not as bro. Does it make me feel a lot happier that United don't have one of their best players and a quality player in Casemiro? Of course, but it's not as white and black as that. If you ask me in August, you know, on Spurs away, would we do it with Eddie up front? No disrespect to him, you know, more so missing Jesus. I'd be like, well, I don't know. Throw him for Palace. You know, Sandro Martinez has had a quiet day, not because he's been bad, but yeah, he had nothing to do. Fred is on 4 yellows as well. I mean, Fred, surely, like, you've just, you know, a wise person learns from someone else's mistake. I don't know if McTominay will play or you, but that's got to be in the back of your mind. Casemiro's not playing. Man might play at the Emirates. Don't be an idiot and get yourself sent. Don't get yourself a booking, innit? Especially after you just seen one other don't do it. Zaha to Olise. Palace have not even knocking on the door. They've not knocked on United's door, man. Cool. De Gea's had to make 2 quality saves that will probably be part of a highlight reel in this game when it gets clipped up on Sky Sports. Apart from that, the free kick from Eze, I'm not criticizing it because it's from range, but he's caught it. He's not had nothing to do. He's had to make a big save from a corner, and Edouard's forced a big save. Zaha is shot. First time you've really seen Zaha just checking on his right foot off the left-hand side and bang it. I don't know, maybe the coach told him to do such, but he was been on the right-hand side primarily. Looks like Mitchell's feeling the effects of a Bruno Fernandes tackle. Both men do the thing is calm, but it looked moving a bit gingerly. Rate De Gea out of 10 this season. Probably, from what I've seen, probably a strong 8, 9, man. De Gea's been all right, man. Every week he's pulling off certain saves. No, DG, them not having Casemiro is like us missing Partey, of course. But it doesn't mean much. You know, players are going to be missed all season. Like I said, it doesn't just automatically mean we're going to win. I don't want to see no complacency from my team. I've seen my team pull off results without necessarily strongest players. And it happens. You have to be able to do that in a season. So once again, does it make me more confident playing Man United without Casemiro? Of course. But it's not like they haven't got 11 decent players they can put out there. It's not like they're still not in form. So yeah, I am happy there's no Casemiro. I'm happy that in theory they've had to play 2 games this week, so they should be a bit less fresher. I don't advocate injuries, but you're hoping some players get a bit of cramp and they're a bit touch and go in relation to training. You think United can win Europa? If you're in it, you have a chance. Indeed, we had no Odegaard versus Brentford away and played the most comfy away game of our season. I hear you, but I would actually say the most comfy away game is Bournemouth, you know. They went on nothing. Marcus Rashford running into blind alleys. Come on, this is the only thing that lets Rashford down. Still got it. I don't think he meant it, but he's in the corner flag now. That's the only thing. Rashford's decision-making at times, man. Well, he's fortunate. Palace can't get out their own mouth. Right, wait for that. Hi, mate. Big up to you, lot tuned in, as usual. One love. Smash the like button if you haven't. Jay, appreciate you for resubscribing with Amazon Prime, people. Just seen that. You've been subscribed for 5 months. Thank you for your support. Man said Hughes is a waste, man. I wish it was kind of words for him, but yeah. Bournemouth created some chance in the second half, whereas Brentford were deflated. I hear that, but I just... Do you know what? They're both there, but for me, it would be Bournemouth. Come on, man. Saliba's banging it with his left foot. They're kind of even, but for me, I'd say Bournemouth. Bro, I'm seeing Christian Moore like 6 foot odd crossing the ball from the right hand side. But I do agree, Brentford went on nothing, and it was a bit funny, you know. Toughest away, you know. We've kind of heard this a lot this season. Toughest away game, Brentford, Palace, and again, obviously, Arsenal can't be held accountable for if they turn up or not. We pulled off some results, you know. Slightly, could you say Stamford Bridge as well? Not quite to them levels, but Chelsea away weren't difficult. Brighton away, obviously, we done our thing, but that was a bit oof. I'd say that the away game I've been the most nervy. Obviously, United, I think we played all right. We just let ourselves down. Zaha up against Casemiro. I would say Leeds. I was shook. They had the penalty. Bare things were happening. Bruno Fernandes, that's a ball, you know. Rashford, you got to score. Marcus Rashford. Pass it, mate. Doing too much, Rashford. Who do you think we'll sign next? Wish I do, mate. You're nutshell. Been a bit anonymous. Luke Shaw, that was a good little turn. Bruno's done well. McTominay, can you keep that alive for Man United? He can. Casemiro, he will miss the United game. Missed the Arsenal game, sorry. Wan-Bissaka, Bandili, he's had a good game. I'm sure if we had El Nene instead of Lokonga, we would have left Old Trafford with a point. I hear that, but a bit harsh. If I remember correctly, the goal that was disallowed, Lokonga's played that pass. I don't think it's that. I think every 11 players have to take accountability. I can't remember it exactly, but I remember when Anthony scored, there was almost a carbon copy of that goal that United didn't take advantage, so we didn't take heed-ins. I think when Mikel Arteta made the changes at Old Trafford, the way we looked a bit disjointed, I think a byproduct was that of obviously there was injuries them times. We didn't have certain decent personnel to pick from. And yeah, man, I think we didn't, we controlled that game in spells, but we didn't take advantage of such. And what United popped us for like 11 or 18 passes. So I don't think it's just a case of Lokonga. And mentally, it was a better performance at Old Trafford than usual, but I don't think we was prepared for the 90-minute game, man. Saka played that pass. I don't think so, my guy, but I'll go back and look. I'm sure Lokonga played one beautiful pass in that game, but with Lokonga, I think first things first, get your confidence in it, and I think we'll see a better player. But if you don't do the second half of the season, take your opportunity sort of thing, then you probably have to go on loan / be sold next year. Because if we are in the Champions League football, we need more than just 3 pure centre mid options in El Nene, Partey, and Xhaka. Because if something, God forbid, if something happens to any of them 3 this season right now, in fact, El Nene's got a minor knock. There's 4 minutes of added on time. You're probably looking at the Fabio Vieiras, the Zinchenko's, the Emil Smith-Rowe's, Odegaard, these kind of players. Olise, oh my God! Olise, no! Take a bow, son. Oh my, what a... Hey, listen, he needs some peas. There must be, Olise, what a finish. And as I said, 1-0 is a dangerous... Listen, De Gea has had to make... You can only... That is not going to happen too many times. You just have to take your hat off. Olise, not... Well, you're acting. I know you want to start celebrating. Man, just like, normal. You're acting. I'll be doing the same thing. No. No. Bro, he's just rifled the free kick in. It had to be something brilliant. Palace haven't asked a single question today. My word. I don't think you'll see a better goal than that so far this season. Whereas Odegaard scored a free kick. I swear he did. It might have to agenda, but... Olise has been one of their brightest players. What a free kick. Dramatic circumstances. Boy. 8 million quid from Reading, and you know they're going to make peas. The problem with Olise is man need to do that every week, not obviously smacking in a free kick, but them decisive actions. We know you're a good player. You're great technically. That's why you're playing week in, week out in the Premier League. He's wavy. Luke Shaw, and United love drama. It might not be done. Marcus Rashford, Nathaniel Klein, Garnacho, Gilberto Carlos kind of ducked out of that. Feels like there's more drama. Fred, Lissandro, I can't get over that. Regardless what happens in this game. Pardon me. That was worth, apart from you lot support, that was worth the watch along. Corner kick to United. What a finish. Sweet as you like. Of course I saw the goal. No, Seller, he's acting, man. He's acting. You know it's... Ooh! How have United not nicked it? United still have possession. Garnacho, movie settings. Come on, man. They weren't adapting. Guaita collects. Casemiro, who won't play against Arsenal. I'm sure everyone was waiting for him to put the ball in the back of the net. United have largely been in control of this game. But again, 1-0 is a dangerous lead now. There'll be many a times United will pick up 3 points under similar circumstances. You're not going to concede a free kick to that quality every week. Casemiro isn't paid to score goals, and he's probably shown why. He's tried to knee it into the back of the net, really. It's not dead yet. Fred, who you're hoping gets yellow. Oh, Bruno, cleared. Palace look like they could easily concede. Zaha, don't lose it there. Zaha's done well. Zaha, come on. It's 4 against 3. Come on, Zaha. Do you see? You're meaty. Bro, you need to run, Zaha. Who do you think you are? There's about 60 seconds left of the game. My maths is terrible. There's definitely not 60. There's about 30 seconds left. Just about past maths. Eze, 3 against 3, pass it, Eze, please. Hey, Zaha, please. Zaha, pattern. Wan-Bissaka, take a bow. Take a bow, Wan-Bissaka. That's a good tackle. Zaha, you might be meaty, you know. You might be finished. You might be finished. You might be finished, Zaha. Zaha, but you know what? Zaha against Arsenal, somehow he's going to smash that in. Great tackle by Wan-Bissaka. He's had a good game, really. Done well since he's been given an opportunity in the team. With Delot's injury, he's also done quite well for Man United. I can't get over that free kick, man. I could watch that again and again and again and again and again. That must have been, in fact, that's not even a dagger to Man United's heart. That's a sniper. That's just bang. Straight head top. You Call of Duty settings, you're done. Ref, how long? Over 30 seconds. Ref, how long? Feels like Football Manager. Ref, how long? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long? Ref, come on. Patrick Vieira, fans. Patrick Vieira Wellings. Ten Hag should be vexed. You know, because his team have done enough. They should have scored a lot more. They, you know, like somebody said, when they had Weghorst on, they're not enough quality of crosses. 1-0 is a dangerous lead. I don't actually remember who gave away the free kick, but these are fine margins, and it's 2 points dropped. It could have been insurance points going into a Premier League game on Sunday against the Premier League leaders, allegedly. And to make matters worse, obviously, there'll be no Casemiro for Man United. I feel sorry for De Gea, because prior to that, it was clear it was gonna take something fantastic to beat him. Obviously, he made a great save to deny Edouard, a fantastic save, I believe, to deny Guehi from close range. Maybe Man United should have had a pen shout. Casemiro at the end could have made it even more dramatic. I mean, Anthony, you're a good player, but he didn't offer nothing in the final third. I think Rashford's decision making let him down. But I mean, United, they can still do a thing, but if they wrapped up 6 points this week, God forbid, hopefully it stays at a point this week. For Palace, still no winning 6. But again, United are what, third in the Prem? Something like that, third, fourth. They can take pride and build on that. Perfect for Arsenal. Dare I say, I'm a Spurs fan tomorrow. Dead that. Dead that. Ahmed, you're under surveillance. Payet will be proud of that free kick. Vieira. Whoa. Olise over Zaha. You agree how much he's worth? Bro, if I'm Palace, I'm asking for about 50. So probably about 35, and they'll be zanging themselves if they did it for that. Probably about 50 easy. Handsome profit on the 8 million they spent. I mean, I'm pretty sure I did a video on him. Not that I'm the only one who knew about him, but you could see he's a talented player from Quay. But I mean, this is someone that, although he's been at Reading, he's been at Arsenal, been at Chelsea, been at all these clubs. And you know, he can, if he does that every week, people, literally every week, you know, there's a tug of war at international level. I think he's eligible for Algeria, obviously England, and he plays for France currently at youth level. Like, the problem is he plays within himself. I mean, he'd be lit. Palace would be mad to let him go. Absolutely mad. Serious throwbacks, boy. With that, Palace are 12th, 3 points clear of Nottingham Forest, 2 points behind Aston Villa. Crazy game of football today, people. Yeah, 2 years ago. Jude Bellingham, Musiala is the future. Michael Olise, whatever, being trapped by a big club, and rightly so. Shout out me. Sometimes I'm right. Shout out you lot as well, people. Obviously, as I said, tomorrow we're watching Man City, Tottenham Hotspur. A draw would be perfect. If anything, I'd rather City win. Never in my life, unless somehow Spurs win and saved Arsenal from relegation of the Premier League, which God forbid is never a thing. It's a myth. In relation to when Man United next play in the Premier League, they play my club Arsenal. So we'll be doing a watch along. That'll be on Sunday. Saturday, we're watching Liverpool-Chelsea. I'll be live from, I think it's scheduled for 12 because it's 12:30 kickoff. See what this Mudryk don's about. He looks a talented player, but if he doesn't score a million goals every 30 minutes, I'm onto him for life. Of course, I celebrate the yellow. Shout Olu, man made, 15 bags from 1K. Gamble responsibly. Conte, can you do something for me? Nah, F that, man. Great free kick. I wouldn't say that. Man's trying the thing, man. Not everyone can go to Selhurst Park or walk away at 3 points. Same like Brentford. Not everyone can do the pest control thing. And for some Man United fans making the short journey home from Crystal Palace's stadium for the season ticket, Sky Sports season ticket holders, it's a bitter pill to swallow. Zaha is, I wouldn't say he's finished, but you're looking like it's a striker thing, nothing else. 184 likes. Can we get to 200 people? We're acting. Let me make sure this video is actually taking you lot to a landing page of another one as well. Yeah, it is. The planets are aligning. I don't know. I don't check the league table. Absolute mad free kick. AC Milan got cooked 3-0. Leao has checked out and not signed the contract. Remember, he has 20 million debt on him. Bro, why is he? Who does he owe 20 million and why does he owe 20 million? That's a lot of P's. Why? What's going on there? What happened there? And we're watching the game again. I would love to know. I would love to hear Patrick Vieira and Zaha speak about why did Zaha move to the right-hand side? I don't know what he was trying with. So it's Karen Buckus in the weekend past the Fred control in the mid. For those who would like Zaha at Arsenal, don't even think about Eddie as a lot better. I mean, we don't have to overdo it. We're overdoing it. Overdoing that one day. Not everyone can score 2+ away at Palace, Brentford, and Brighton and come back unscathed. They lie. They always get a clean sheet. But we definitely got one against Brentford. Did we get one against Palace? I'm sure we got one against Palace. I might be wessing. We definitely didn't get one against Brighton. Not everyone can regulate these clubs there, man. I swear we got a clean sheet against Palace. I might be capping. Yeah, we did. Oh, Martinelli and that Cobham Gurhey with the own goal. Needy done. Come on. You know the vibes. Casemiro suspended for Sunday as well, which is great for. Listen, it's great, but Graham, you know as well, can't just look at that. 208 likes. If you smash the like button, God bless you all. Zaha off the bench for either wing. I don't care. I'll take him. His passing is inconsistent, but I believe Arteta can help him. We could definitely do a lot worse than Zaha, innit? Shout out Rants for the raid. What a goal that was from Olise. You're not going to concede that every week, but bloody hell, mate. Like, take a bow word to Andy Gray. Like, what can you say? Ridiculous. You man gonna beat us with no Casemiro. Listen, if respectfully, I would listen, as I keep saying, and this will be the last time I say it. Am I more confident that Casemiro is not gonna play on Sunday? Of course. But United have enough to ask problems. You know, United have dropped 2 points, probably a culmination of poor decision making with your attacking players in the final third, ultimately not scoring more goals, in which was largely a comfortable game. Casemiro's been stupid, but I look back to Arsenal when we beat Man United, Chelsea, and West Ham. We didn't have 3 of our best players. Injuries, suspensions, these things happen. Shout out Rants for the raid once again. You know, these things happen. Just gonna have to get on with it. Arsenal need to have the mentality that, in my opinion, you know, you need to behave like you're playing a Man United side under Sir Alex Ferguson with the many talented players. Where one guy misses out, this is a Man United's player's time to lay down a marker. Obviously, as soon as Casemiro served the suspension, he'll be back. But if you're McTominay, if you're Fred, if you're whoever, you can show the gaffer that, yo, if Casemiro's messing about, I'm here, or maybe you change your system to accommodate me. And for you United fans giving up, listen, I hope you're right. Don't get it twisted. I support Arsenal. But for all you Man United fans just giving up straight away because you ain't got Casemiro, I'm sorry, but you lot are soft. You lot are soft. I never thought, forget you lot. But out of all the pagans, there's almost an admiration between Arsenal and Man United that isn't quite there. Definitely with Spurs, Chelsea, or Liverpool. If you lot are giving up because there's no Casemiro, then you lot are soft. I can't lie. And I hope your players think like this. Of course, no one's touching Casemiro, but yeah, man. Man said, bro, have you seen our team? Our team is soft. DJ, I'll be real. You're going to smash us, McTominay's League 2 level. Listen, I hope he concedes a penalty here, man, but you lot are moving soft. Really, really soft. Bro, football's a team game. Man can't be crying that Casemiro isn't there, bro. I hope the players play like you, man. I hear that. I mean, to be fair, the John Ant's the only one that I see out of you United fans doing a thing. Rafael to pay Sporting 16.5 million euros in damages. Didn't he get beaten up by the Sporting fans? Bro, what's out, man? Don't touch Portugal again. You think you're getting them beats? Give them fake notes or something, man. I wanted to see Arsenal United at their best, and that ain't happening now. We're linked with Zaha again on a loan or per. It's easy to link Arsenal with Zaha. The Mudryk thing didn't bang. We've got a history of being linked with Zaha. So, again, it's easy to link us with Ferran Torres, with Rafinha, with Pedro Neto, which is the next one I'm looking at, with Zaha, because of the obvious, really. And obviously, leveraging his contract, the journalists are going to get clicks on their website, isn't it, really? So, It's worse, man. Like again, I wouldn't necessarily. I wouldn't move the boat out to bring Zaha to Arsenal. I wouldn't be against necessarily bringing him in. 30 years of age, short-term option. Evidently looks like he's regressing, if I'm honest with you. But could still be a half decent player. But yeah, man. I've seen my team pull off results. Sky Sports, what are you doing? You've got Zaha, cool. Why is Will Hughes being interviewed? Could have brought Olise. Why, bro? The guy who stunk up the pitch the most for Palace. You know, where's my remote? Come off my TV, man. I've seen enough of this. Big up you lot for being part of the watch along, but I don't want to see this on my screen anymore, man. I'm so happy the TV's on mute. What the hell am I listening to? Not even listening, but why the hell would I want to hear that? Kilmarnock lost 3-2 to Rangers. I don't even know what these lot are saying, but I'd rather listen to McFadden and all these guys. The hell is Will Hughes doing on my TV? Are you a lot more confident against Man United? Of course, with no Casemiro, but we still got to go out there, score enough goals, make sure we're switched on. Casemiro's irrelevant if you don't switch on defensively and you let Anthony do what he did at Old Trafford. You give Eriksen time on the ball, you give Bruno time on the ball, and so on and so forth. Hey, chill. Big is not a that thing. He's just meaty. This is on Bruno, bro. No, bro, you win and lose together. I mean, De Gea's the only one. But no, do you know what? De Gea, Varane, Wan-Bissaka, based on what I saw in that 90 minutes, De Gea, I think Wan-Bissaka had a good game. I think De Gea had, bro, the only thing De Gea's let you that, bro, it's a fantastic free kick. It is what it is, people. You're not going to see that every week. I hope Arsenal do something like that on Sunday. De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Shaw. I don't think your back line could have done more. Whoever gave away the free kick, cool. Casemiro's let himself down doing foolishness. I think Eriksen was all right. Bruno obviously scored, but Bruno, Rashford, Anthony went on the pitch, you know, didn't offer nothing in the final third. Weghorst were probably better than the vast majority of them. Helped you out with some defensive headers. He clearly a service-reliant striker. Not a single ball is being put into the box consistently from Anthony in particular. Oh, 1-0, especially when United had control of the game. What did Guita have to do? And, you know, he's a keeper that if you ask questions, he's going to look shaky. Weghorst looking like a taller CR7, not going to lie. But you know what these kind of men are. He's just someone you lot bought because he's different to Anthony, to Rashford, to all of these guys. He's just a number 9. Them lot can play there, but it's not necessarily a strength of theirs. Rashford was poor today. Decision-making toilet today. Musa Diaby rumours, he's decent, but I'm like 60% convinced on him. I don't really rate him like that, if I'm honest with you. I think he's a good player, taking him at Arsenal, but yeah. I will say, though, I do hope it's like the good old days when it's Arsenal United dominating. I hear that, but I just care about Arsenal. Big up United. If someone has to do the domination thing, they can join the thing. But yeah, man, I just want Arsenal to be back. I would take Zanolio and Kudus, probably get both of them for the price of Mudryk. Both can cover a few positions. I hear that, Graham, but you see with Zanolio, not that I'm a physio, but 2 ACLs at 23 is kind of mad still. Talented player, very cultured, has the ability to score goals. He's wavy, but 2 ACLs, and God forbid, you know, probably will catch another one. I hope to be wrong, but it's crazy. Palace and Man United both were poor. We'll cook them. I mean, we're gonna have to just turn up and do that at the Emirates, innit? I still have hope against United. Last time, also one with McTominay, Eriksen, and Bruno in midfield. Exactly, and I hope you're wrong, but exactly, man can't be throwing in the towel on a Wednesday night because of what may happen before a ball's been kicked. DG, not going to lie, Weghorst shouldn't have started, in my opinion. No clue who's on the bench for Man United, but there's no... Well, Sancho's just returned, and I don't know where Martial's at. Did he not get injured in the last game? I don't know if United got a young academy striker that could have taken an opportunity there. Obviously, Elanga Midi. Just looking at their bench, they had Garnacho, McTominay, Elanga, Pelisteri, Fred, Malanza, Maguire, Lindelof, and Tom Heaton in goal, obviously. So, arguably, if he doesn't start, who starts? Who plays up front? Arguably. You could put Rashford up there. Clearly, Rashford looks a lot better off the left at this moment in time. Could have played him up there, shifted Elanga. Could have maybe done a false 9 thing with Bruno. Would have probably been media away from home. So, yeah, Martial's injured. Man City to beat Spurs 2-0. Hope so. Zanolio is so overrated. I can't even explain how much. Only halfway point in the season. I hear that. And he does accept that. Was getting pissed off by bare loose icy-free football and dreadlock. But my boy Olise came in clutch. Casemiro on a yellow. Yeah, we're spinning the block Sunday. Rashford, leave your watch at home. You lot are madmen and women out there. Shout out to you lot, man. There's no one like you lot. We have 236 likes, people. Arsenal fan, United fan, football fan. I appreciate you lot for that support. Your talking points, your banter, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube. Thank you very much, people. Obviously, with it being 8 minutes past 10, I don't want to waste any more of your time, people. But what I would say is thank you for everyone that's watched my transfer news videos. Thank you to everyone that was on my Football Manager stream, because obviously we're there for 2.5 hours. And obviously, everyone that's been here today. The good news is that, people, on Saturday, we're watching Liverpool-Chelsea. Make sure you set your reminders and smash the like button on that. Boost the engagements, people. Tomorrow, 7:50, we're watching Manchester City against Spurs. Can Conte's men bounce back? Can City bounce back as well, arguably, people? Sunday, you know, we've obviously been speaking a lot about Arsenal, Manchester United, so make sure you're taking that in. And obviously, I've released 2 transfer videos for you lot, and probably will do tomorrow, depending on what there is to speak about. You know, we need another love affair like we had with Mudryk. It didn't happen for us in that regards. But in the meantime, take that one in. And take that one in and turn on your notifications, people. Is there anyone to raid where Twitch is concerned before I let you lot get out of here? There must be. Still says Rance is online, but he raided the channel, so he can't still be online, can he? Really? Martinelli has yet to play well since the World Cup, other than Cap. He's been a bit underwhelming in the last 2 games. Arsenal should beat us, but you never know. It's been a great stream, made even greater with you lot. Do you think your owners are going to back Arsenal in Jan and buy decent? I hope so, but last time I checked, the 18th of January, about, 2 hours before it being the 19th, I don't see no signings at the Emirates. If anything, the most rumours, it's probably Cedric leaving the club, really. So it'll be lit, man. But shout out to Crystal Palace. Anyways, people, I don't want to waste any more of you lot's time. Appreciative of you lots locked in. Hope you lot all having a great week from a personal and private life. Stay in good health and all those things. And we'll link up again soon, man. But for now, safe, man, safe. I mean, Olise's goal was all right, but, it's a dead bull scenario. Ain't nothing like this.
Against this right back, Charlie's definitely.
There's always just that active red line defending. I think it's like. There's always just that active red line defending. I think it's like. There's always just that active red line defending. I think it's like.